What's up, everybody? This is the poker coaching study session. Today, we're going to be looking at
some hands where we can see what our opponents actually had, and then we'll play some hands where we can't see what they had. Right, so I'll go first. We got King King. We're going to be doing a standard raise. The raise is to 3.5 here, not to 2.5, because one of these three guys, has shown that they are willing to call larger raises. We don't see it by their stats right now, but that's why. It's not that we have King King that we do it. All right, defend. He's going to check. We are going to be betting here all the time. Our size with the King of Hearts can be small. We can then catch up on the next thing. If we bet large here, that's okay too. Both are fine. Anything from third of the pot to 2/3 of the pot to half of the pot, all function fine. They all do slightly different things, and all of the things they do are good. We go small and are hoping for a check raise. We don't get it, but we get called. The six brings in the 7-9. It brings in some two pair that are possible, but we're not slowing down yet. He checks. If he has a queen, he will call a big bet here. So let's make a big bet. If he has a flush draw, he will call a big bet here. Let's make a big bet. And if we get check raised here, we will probably have to miserably throw away pocket kings and sometimes be doing it against just a queen. So we go 11.65. Looking at this, I think we could go even bigger if we wanted to. I wouldn't hate 16 here, but this is fine. Basically pot. We get called. Great. Until he bets into us, this card looks safe, and it feels like he has a queen. He checks. If he's got a flush draw, he's folding to everything. If he's got a queen, he's calling pot. Maybe 40. If he's got a pocket pair below queens, he's not calling much anymore anyway. So let's target a queen. Let's go at least 35. 30. Wuss. And a fold. What did he have that got him here? Okay. So, looking through this hand, here's what's good about the play. All right. He has no pair, no draw, only backdoors, and no heart. So this tiny bet keeps him in. If we had bet the bigger sizes, we would have gotten a fold. So while the bigger sizes do something, this is really good against this opponent in this particular situation. He picks up open-ended, and now we charge him almost enough. Again, I would have liked 16 here, without knowing his hand, because he called. So that, and he would have probably called the 16. And if he folded to the 16, that would be okay. He's got a ton of equity. He got 20%. He paid off, and on the river, it doesn't matter what we do. I suppose there is a bet that is so small that it induces this hand to bluff, but I don't want to go for that one. I think more of his range is a queen, and we don't always know that he would do that. All right, that's mine. Rob, you get the next hand.
Okay.
All right, you got king 7 offsuit. Deal with it. And you're on the button.
Yeah, 2.5.
All right, let's do it.
You're allowed
Excellent.
to say fold though, just because Scotty didn't fold.
Yeah, you're allowed to. But king 7
You're
is a
allowed to.
perfectly reasonable. It's right at the bottom of the range. King 6, king 6, give me a good reason why you're raising. King 7, give me a good reason why you're not raising. So it's just like that. And you raised. Perfect. Small blind calls. Small blind checks to you.
Um, I might just check this.
Reasonable. So let's talk about one thing. Let's talk about his range in the small blind. Let's first look about what his range should be in a GTO world, and
Kind
then
of
you
why I'm
tell me,
checking, but yeah.
if you think this is what his range is. Now, you don't know this guy, so what I'm going to ask you is about, I want you to picture a particular guy in your game, someone who you know something about. Okay? So here is the GTO calling range. it's got almost no hands in it.
Right.
So picture a particular player that you know. How do you
Okay.
think his calling range from the small blind matches up with this one?
Oh, this isn't our calling range on the flop. This is his calling range in
This
the
is his
small
calling
blind
range in the
pre-flop.
small blind. It's ridiculously
Oh,
small.
okay.
Uh,
Um,
because
oh,
he should have an almost razor fold strategy with a uh, with a rake.
yeah, that's true. That's true.
Right.
Well,
So do you? So the
peak, it is
opponent.
razor fold.
Right. So the opponent that you playing against, the one you have in mind,
Right.
and I'm thinking of a real player in your player pool, not a not a hypothetical one. Do
Right.
you think your player's calling range is wider or tighter than this from the small blind?
I think I think it's wider.
Okay.
But this makes sense. I mean,
Right.
now that I'm looking at it.
Okay. Now, do you think that his calling range looks more like this in the small blind? The guy you're thinking of.
Probably, yeah.
Okay. All
That
right.
seems to fit.
Yeah. So one of the things that we find is that if you were to assign, when somebody calls you from the small blind in many of our games, their range is a lot closer to this than it
Right,
is to
right,
this. And so that's how we
right.
will proceed. So, all right, so given that, um, you're going to go for the check back here. Okay. I go
Yeah.
for, I decide that against someone who is fishy enough to call from the small blind,
Hmm.
which doesn't mean all small blind calls are fishy. It just means if you don't have this range and you're calling fairly often, because there's almost no hands in this range, you're probably doing something fishier. So I am going to play a little bit closer to a hungry horse strategy here than than trying to emulate a or simulate a GTO strategy.
Right.
I'm going to bet half pot and see what he does. Do you hate that?
No, no, not
Great.
at all.
Then you just did. All right. Let's see what he does. He called you. Okay. So we can ask the question, what is his range? But I would rather ask that question after this card comes out and we see what he does. He checks. So now, what is his range? And you can use broad buckets if you want.
Oh, I mean, obviously, like the call could be like he was just calling to a flush. Also, I don't know, like a small blind who's limping, like I just see eights all over it. Like I just see those middling. Is that wrong for me to think that?
Oh, no, not at all. Not at all.
Okay,
When he
because I
calls
don't.
this, when he calls this and then checks to you, I think he has some 8x that didn't raise. Some of his 8x is raised, but if he had 8-7 here or 8-9, he might not have raised yet. He can have some flush draws easily. Um, he can have 4-5, 5-6, 6-7. All those hands make sense.
Yeah, this is probably really stupid, but like with an overcard and with like one spade, I might just check and see a river. I don't know. Like if he's if he's limping the small blind, I just feel like he's got it more, like he fell into something, and that's probably stupid. But
No,
um,
no, no. He called a half pot bet. He probably has something.
right, right,
Ace three, ace five, 5-6, 6-7. All those hands make sense. 7-8 makes
right,
sense. Ace eight, and 7-8 raises sometimes, 8-9 raises sometimes, but not all the time.
right. Well, right,
Right.
right.
So with this,
And I could just see somebody who's limping small blind doing some weird trappy thing right now. I don't know. Maybe I'm
right,
overthinking
yeah.
it.
No,
Like,
no, because if he had those, he might very well not bet out the turn. He might wait to see what you do. But
hmm.
the thing that we really see that of this range, he's got a lot of hands that are uncapped right now. He has some flushes. He has some eights.
Right.
You have
Yeah.
some full houses.
So
He
Yeah, I'm
doesn't
gonna
have
admit it.
full
Just check
houses.
and see the river.
he doesn't have full houses, probably.
He doesn't have full
No, he
houses.
doesn't.
What does
Looking
he
at his
not
numbers, he
have?
does not.
Probably doesn't have a full
He
house.
does not.
That's probably all he doesn't have.
I hear a lot of fear.
Yeah,
His
yeah,
range is
you're right.
his range is, you just need to slow down for a beat. I bet on the flop it's a wet dynamic board. He has ace four. He has single pairs. He's not gonna fold five, sixes, sevens to my first bet.
Hmm.
Might have some pocket nines. Pocket nines might
Pocket
raise the
nines are probably
flop.
raising.
He
Yeah,
has
pocket
some
nines are
ace
probably raising.
high. Yeah, he has some ace high. Maybe like ace jack off with the ace of spades. So what do we want to do against that range? We want to bet small enough where he's gonna call with his pair with a spade, and we want to bet small enough where his flushes are gonna raise or his eights are gonna raise. We're
Like a
not
feeler.
waiting.
But the main thing we don't want to do,
Not a filler.
yeah, we don't want to bet big
Yes.
because if we bet big, we can be easily betting big into brick walls that will easily either raise us then and we lose big, which is too much, or not raise us because we bet big.
So maybe we
Yes.
bet like
We're
four and a
not
half or
we're not
something, five, six. Like, is
we're
that what you're
not
thinking?
Sure, betting
we're not
six,
fillering.
yeah, we're not whatting,
We're filtering. We're trying to filter him so that when he
yeah,
gets to river, he has a weak ass range that we could bluff. Because
right.
if you bet small, people get greedy. If they have ace eight or a flush, they will raise you. And
Hmm.
we're not doing this just with the bluffs. If we
Right,
have pocket fours, pocket deuces, quad eights, ace eight, not flush, we're betting small
right.
all the time.
So we want to bet small here if we bet, and if we check, do you think we have showdown? And this is a question to Rob. Do you think you got showdown
That's
value
yeah,
here?
that's a good. Yeah, you're right. You're right. I take that back. I see what you're saying. Um, we should we should bet small.
Yeah, because you have some showdown here. You got showdown against 5, 6, 6, 7, which got
Yeah,
here,
but
but you have
not
very little
enough.
showdown. Very little
And we don't
showdown.
know where we're at.
Yeah. Um, if he has ace five or ace three, which he can easily have here, and it goes check, 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 that sucks because he would fold that. So
Right.
a small bet here, I think, is better than a check, and I think a big bet here is the worst choice. Let's see what I do. That
Yeah,
counts as
yeah.
small. That
Nice.
counts as small. Now here's my question to you, Rob.
Okay.
Your guy, you've got a specific guy in mind who called you in the small blind. That guy, I want to
Hmm.
make sure, is that guy going to raise his flushes and his eights to this size? Is that guy going to get greedy and raise if he has a flush here or an eight here?
I would hope so.
Okay,
But I would hope so.
good enough. Let's see what he does. He
Okay.
doesn't. All right, great.
If, if they don't raise, they donk the river. That's also the same
All right,
thing.
so let's see what happens. There's the deuce.
Oh shit.
Yeah, that's a funny card. Let's see what he does. He checks. All right.
Ace high never folding.
Oh shit.
Ace high is
So
not folding to anything, Andy. Like pot,
there's
nothing.
a size ace high is folding to.
There is a size, but
Question is, do you want to make it? So
He doesn't
he checks.
have a boat.
Let's go through the three possibilities. If you check behind, what happens?
I think I'm gonna lose to an ace high at best.
Yep,
Like it. Um,
yep. You're going to lose to all the ace
could
highs.
I raise a little less than half pot and like if he
Yeah.
raises, I know I'm out.
Oh
But
yeah,
like
yeah,
maybe he can just maybe he'll fold.
yeah. We're
But I'm
folding to
not
check
just
raise.
giving up to an
Absolutely.
ace high.
Yeah, we're going to fold. We're going to get there. But whatever we do, if we get check raised, we're folding. We've decided that.
Right, right.
But let's just take a look with the first thing. If we check here, what do we beat that he reasonably has here?
5, 6,
5,
3,
6, 6,
5.
7. Yeah, those are the hands we beat.
Yeah.
What are the
Yeah.
hands that we lose to? Every fucking ace.
Everything.
Every
Yeah.
hand.
Yeah.
Every ace, every pocket pair, every
Right.
ace
So now,
or
before we decide what to bet, we decide how big do we need to bet to get that ace to fold, to get the pocket threes to get fold, to get basically pocket pairs between it's just every pocket pair smaller than an eights. So what size does that have to be? We're playing this like the horse. So the way we ask that question is, if you had the opposite, if you had an 8 here, you have ace 8, what would you bet to get called by an ace or pocket sevens? What size would you bet, Rob, to get called by an ace or pocket sevens?
I could probably get away with like 14.
Okay.
Can I ask you a question though? Like this
Yeah.
whole weird limping thing that he did pre-flop, couldn't that like kind of put him on nines and it's just like I don't know where to go with this post, so I'm just gonna see if I like
He's gonna have
is
nines.
that anything? Like could he ever have like a shitty over pair? Because
Absolutely. But I
I
think he
really
has,
see that
but
coming. I don't know
but I think
why.
he has more. Absolutely, but I think he has more sevens than nines here
You
because
know, yeah,
on the
okay,
flop, let's
sure.
put yourself in his position. Check small bet on the flop. You have pocket nines. You are worried about you're worried about a 10, a jack, queen, a king, and an ace. All of those are in my range. You are worried about spades. Even if you have 9 9 with a 9 of spades, you still don't love a spade coming, right?
Right.
So you hate all those cards. So I think nines check raise here a lot.
Good point. Good point.
Right.
Okay,
But
good
if you
point.
have pocket sevens here, do you really want to check raise the
Yeah.
sevens? Some people do.
Right. Right. No,
Some
I'm
people don't.
seeing how you're zeroing that in. Right.
Right.
Okay. Okay. Thank you.
So, but remember, this is my model of the opponent. We're talking your model of your opponent. And you want to have models of your opponent in your head, even if they're wrong. And then when you find out they're wrong, you want to revise them and get them better and better. The person you're
Right.
sitting across from is not a blank slate who could play any two cards any two ways. He is a real person, and you have a model of how he plays in your head. That model is accurate or it isn't, but you play based on that model. And then we go from there. So your model of this guy is that you need to bet about 14 to get him to call on this river with just an ace. That he's going to call
I
you with
thought
an
I could get
ace.
away with it, but yeah.
Yeah. That
Yeah.
he's going to call you sometimes with an ace at 14 and sometimes with pocket sevens at 14, right? And those are the hands we're aiming at folding. So therefore, how big do you have to bet to get him to fold an ace or pocket sevens here? If he's going to call, if you were going to bet 14 to get him to call, how big do you have to go to get him to fold?
Pot like I mean, it's either pot, yeah. I mean, I don't think if we're betting anything less than pot, we shouldn't just be checking giving up,
All right,
right?
there you go. So you've got a perfect answer here. So you think that a fair amount of his range is ace and pocket sevens ish hands, and that they'll fold for 24. Now, there's one last question to ask, and then you go with it, which is it worth you now are going to say how, because your arranging is not perfect. He can have other hands here still sometimes, and you don't know for sure that he's going to fold pocket sevens or an ace to 24. So with your confidence level, is it worth risking 24 to win 24?
My honest answer is no.
Okay, let's see what my answer was. Okay, good enough. Good enough. My answer was yes.
Okay. Well, that's a better chance of getting them off some.
Right. I'm trying to get this 38 is not trying to get just aces to fold. I'm trying to
So
get
you
all the
really
pocket
zeroed him in on like around like sevens or like
I'm trying
ace
to
high.
get all
Like,
the pocket pairs to fold, and I don't think he has pocket jacks or queens. I don't think he has a big pocket pair here. I think
right.
he's got a pocket pair. It could be nines, but it ain't tens. And
Right.
and
Well,
it's
obviously,
sevens,
yeah.
sixes, and fives. That's what I think it is. All
Right.
right. Let's see if it worked. Now, according to your thing, I went a little too big. 38. Yours was 24.
Maybe not.
No,
I
I'm saying
mean,
according to your model. My model was this. Let's find out. That's what it takes to get sixes to fold.
nice.
Right?
Did he fold?
Yes, of course he folded.
I'm
Sam,
so
why would I
There
send
you
a
surprised.
go.
hand that didn't fold? That's
There you go. Congrats.
that's not true. All right. Sam is next. I hope that I don't play. I hope that this is not a hungry horse hand that I play. I hope I play it the other way. All right, here we
Oh,
go. All right, Sam,
is
you
it
got ace
Hungry Horse,
jack.
Scotty?
I don't know. I don't know these hands. I haven't seen these hands. I haven't seen these hands.
Obviously, you saw him
Open.
at some point.
I played them, but I don't know what the people had. These are just hands that I marked. That's all they are.
Open.
All right, let's open. So we go to 2.5 and a big blind call. Donks.
Is oh, what the fuck? Oh shit! Fold. He only has 40 bigs.
I know. I think so.
You know what? Just call. 2 overs. Why not?
So, excuse me. So we want to look at Nuffle, but we're looking at short stack Nuffle here, and he bet pot with
Yeah.
So so what do we put him on with this?
I don't
We
know,
put him
some kind of a pair. Like
like
if I have
tens,
8, 9,
pocket
yeah, if
deuces,
I
right?
yeah, I'm not gonna be nuffling this guy. It's just because this hands
No.
has like good amount of equity, like 2
All
overs.
right.
So
Okay. So you're gonna
like any
call
other
five.
hand, I'm probably not
Doesn't
calling.
improve. All right. So you're gonna call the 5 here and then give up on the turn if it doesn't improve, right?
Yeah,
Because
and
there's no
I'm
way you're gonna get this guy to fold a pair.
no,
This is not gonna
no,
hold up ever. Right.
no.
So Rob, in the hand before, along with the fact that we had the lead the whole time, we thought that we were going to be able to bet 38 to get him to fold at the end. We're never getting this guy to fold whatever, a 10 here by the river. Doesn't matter what.
Like he's
Right.
not. Yeah, he's
He's
not
got 30.
folding king 10, jack 10, queen
No,
10.
he's
No.
not folding deuce 10. He's only got 31 left. He's going
Yeah.
to this hand. All right. I just folded straight up. And he just has nothing.
He just
Yeah, see, that's why I call.
Nothing. Yeah. Much better play by Sam than me here. All right.
Like if
Sam.
I had like I don't know like
Yeah.
jack 9 suited, I'm folding. Yeah.
But yeah, yep, he did this. Now, the fact is, we don't know what he would have done on the turn. We don't know if we would have won if he would have given up or not. But if he doesn't, he still gets to win if we don't get there. All right, here we go, Sam. Take another one because you wanted because you were going to get further there than you did.
Sure.
Jack Queen suited.
Open. Oh, what the fuck?
three bet, three bet, three bet,
Three bet, three bet,
Like
three bet.
bet, three bet.
no, typically I would like in a live game, it depends. If the guy has a limping range, I would not 3 bet.
Okay,
If
here's
he
his limp.
doesn't,
He has limped. He has been in a limp 4 times in 22 hands opportunities, and these could have been small blind limps to other people's limps. He could have completed a limp. This doesn't mean he open limped. We don't know his open limping thing, but 9%.
Short stack. 9% limping, opening 4.
Yeah.
14.
Yeah, opening 15.
Short
Raise it.
stem.
No, call. These are calls of 14. This is calling a raise. He's called raises 14% of the time. His 3 bet is 9, and his fold to 3 bet is 75%.
Yeah.
But it's
No,
also
I'm
once.
like I'm more want to fold here than do anything. Like
All right. Well,
this looks like a passive
case,
guy.
if you want to fold this, then Larry gets the rest of this hand. Your choice. What do you want to do?
Yeah, let's just call.
Screw that. You're 3 betting.
Oh, Scotty. And where's Scotty? Look left. We
Yeah.
got a bunch of squeezy players to the left.
Yeah. 3 bet of
And a
8,
slightly
3-bet.
fishy player here. And it's online 6 max.
Yeah.
So This is an excellent 3-bet spot.
There we go. All right. Now, here you are 3-betting. You have a choice here, Sam. You can say, I wouldn't be here because I wouldn't have 3-bet, in which case Larry gets the rest of the hand, or you play
I'll
the
play
hand.
the hand. I'll
All right,
play
play
the
the
hand.
hand. No whining. Here we go.
Bet small.
He
What the fuck is
donks.
this
He
shit?
donks in a 3-bet pot. What do you want to
We're
do?
deep enough. Call.
Damn right. Screw this guy. Let's pick up a 10,
No.
a jack, a queen, or a diamond. Or a tell based on his size on the turn. One of those. We need one of those things. Oh, or a king. King counts too. All right. He checks.
He checks. It's pretty inelastic, I think.
Mm-hmm.
How much? But we don't want a size too big.
Right. That's
If we
the problem. Yes, exactly.
if we do 20, it's gonna be 40 plus 40 is gonna be 80. He has a pot size bet behind.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's just do like 20.
Okay. And do you hate 18?
No,
Okay. I went 24. It's too big. Yeah. I like 20 better. But
full of shit.
just.
Oh
Ouch.
shit!
Oh shit.
What
Reaching
the
on Ace
fuck?
King.
What? One bet. One bet.
Oh, that's the wrong size, man. You want him to call.
I do. 20. Man, 20 is so much better. Oh,
15.
well,
Yeah.
except we're not aiming just for queen, queen. But yeah,
Yeah, Jack, Jack,
18,
10, 10,
18
Ace
or 20.
9.
Yeah, 18 or 20, and then follow up on the river. Do the
People
jam.
do say we B75 here, or
Yeah,
B70.
yeah. But I guess he thought we were pot committing ourselves there. And that was fun. Larry,
Yes, I'm
wow,
ready.
that was surprising. So revise your model of this guy, everybody.
Well,
Yep.
Larry gets ace king.
anonymous, you don't know who they are.
Yep. All right, here we go.
This is an interesting spot. I think a normal size would be 12, but we're gonna go up here a little bit because of the limper on both these guys are on short stacks.
Mhm.
Maybe somebody's between 12 and 15. I would go.
Okay. Can I sell you on jam? And this is why. Look at their sizes. He's got 25 big blinds. He's got 39. He's folding. He's calling the 25. Let's see all five.
Yeah.
How about
Yeah,
that?
yeah. They're pot committed if they call. I think Jam's fine. Jam's probably preferable with the offsuit version, but I think Jam is fine here, yeah.
Yeah. And then the question is, given that this guy has 82 behind, do we jam by going to 25? Do we jam by going to 40? Or do we jam by going to 110?
Well, we're pot committed.
Yeah.
Um I think there's not much difference between
Okay.
30 and
Yeah.
I,
So
I like the jam. I think a jam's a good idea.
I think that's probably better than this. Luckily we're not folding to any call here.
Kind of
And
be
then
weird post flop if anyone called.
right. And then assuming this guy calls, it doesn't matter what the flop is. We're willing to go with our hand, given that he's only got what he's got left, probably. So there we go. There's the call. We left him with 13.
All right. This is gonna be awkward. No, we could do anything we want, doesn't really matter.
Yeah.
Um
So I wanted to
we
jam
can trap
everything.
check
Now I
or we
don't
can
want
put him
to.
in now.
Yeah.
I I would I like checking just for fun.
All right.
That's fine.
That's fine. There we go. All right.
Fucking lives. What the fuck?
You mean why he did that
Yeah.
into the ace? He's got a
Got a
straight
gutter.
draw.
He's not folding.
He's got a straight draw, and we only bet 5. Maybe we have pocket kings. Maybe we will fold. Maybe he plays bad. Because right here, that's probably the crime right here. The fact that he raised to 3 is not a crime with 5s. But he's not getting anything near set mining, and yet he's going to lose the rest of his stack on an ace high board. The thing that I most like.
Yup.
All right, that was fun for him. Okay, Andy.
All right. Call.
Okay, calling button. And 3 bets also okay.
Cut
right?
off. I would 3-bet.
Yeah.
Or if we were 6-handed and he was a low jack open versus a hijack, and I'm in the hijack,
Yeah.
I threw. But being on the button,
Yeah.
I like a call. I mean, I probably suited. I think I raise.
I don't hate a call here at all. Let's see.
I think it mixes.
Let's see what GTO is against a 3, because remember, it's not against a 2.5. And against 3, we don't do a lot of calling. We do a lot more raising. Let's see. Yeah, both are fine. Both are fine.
Yeah. And
Yep. I like that. All right, let's see which one. I think you're going to have to play this as a 3-bet, but because I know me.
no
Let's
worries.
see.
I 3-bet
Yep.
this sometimes.
Yep.
If I'm against an opponent that has a high fold to 3-bet, actually his is high enough. I would
Yeah.
I would consider 3-bet.
Yeah. he just did.
I don't hate it either way. So
Yeah.
Instamuck.
Yep. Okay. Let's see what you mucked to. What the fuck?
That's a beautiful 4-bet buffet.
Look at this man. Look at this man finding the. Oh. Finding it. Oh.
Living in Sliverland.
I hate him so much.
We go back to
No,
that range
Now
real
we
quick.
need to ask ourselves, did he find it because he's a good player, or did he find it because he's a fish and he's just clicking buttons?
one of the two.
Notice that we've got twice as many 4-bets as we do call in this configuration.
Yeah. Ain't a lot
Like
of
this
call.
hijack and cut off 4-bet range is really aggressive against a button 3-bet.
Yeah. Yeah. So
In
good
theory.
for him. And good for him.
Now
'cause
I don't
went
know
to
how well that
team.
works against humans.
Yeah.
You don't have a properly linear or properly polar 3-bet range.
Yeah. But look at him. Good for him. Also, I go to 10 instead of the 9.5, and he goes to 28 instead of 24.5. Good for him. Ugh. All right. Was
Are a
Are you
little
supposed to
raggy.
fold?
Where other than never mind, he's limping. They're not. Oh, that might be small blind completes.
yeah. All right. You're up, Ryan. Oh, which one? Which word are you looking
Are
for?
you supposed to fold?
Oh yeah. Obviously.
fold.
I didn't even look. I
Ace
didn't
queen
even
off really doesn't like calling big bets.
boom. Oh yeah. We are
Yeah,
out of there.
pure fold.
We are out of there.
And if you're at a live game facing fish, don't do this. Don't do the king 9 because they call.
Right. Don't do the king 9, but do fold the ace queen.
Yeah, because they under.
Yeah, they under
They
4
under
bet.
4-bet.
Yeah, you are you hit your ace, you can't be confident. If you hit your queen, you can't be confident.
Yeah.
Right.
You are
And
this is a good fold live.
in a live game, I might be on the button only more apt to just flat the open with ace queen off.
Yeah.
Um,
This guy. Oh,
obviously any other position, it's an auto 3-bet, but on the button, I don't hate the call there.
no, it's GTO approved and it's logically approved. Yep.
Yes.
All right, Hein.
All right. So open standard 2.5.
Right. We should notice one thing. Our big blind is very short,
Right.
which means that he might have some fuck it jams, and we do not want to be jammed on. We don't want to fuck it jam, so we might fold it. We might.
I
Here.
mean, we're gonna fold to pretty much
Right.
any free bet, right?
Yeah. And if you wanted to bet a little smaller, because he is your most likely caller, to take it
Right.
down from 2.5 to 2.25, that would also be okay. I'm not going to do either of those things, but those would be considerations seeing this guy. Those would be adjustments that would be reasonable to make. I'm just going to go 2.5. And
No,
he,
you should limp.
and he calls.
All
All right.
right.
He bets one big blind at you.
Ooh,
One big blind.
we get the donk check.
I mean, honestly, I kind of want to just call.
Okay. So let's go through the options once here. So if we fold, what happens?
I mean, we're giving up like a real nice draw that we have.
Exactly. We're throwing away a ton of equity. Fuck that. We're not doing that. If we call, what happens?
If we call, we get to see a card for just one big blind.
Dirt cheap, right? And if we raise, what happens?
If we raise, we might like scare him off, and reduce the amount of EV that we can get with the hand. On the other
Or-
hand, we could also like
Yeah, but anything he's folding is probably better than what we have.
So if I told you that he has 5-6 and he's going to fold to a raise, do you want to raise? If I told you that he has exactly 5-6, so you have a ton of equity against him. A jack wins, a queen wins, an ace wins. Do you want to fold?
I
Or do you
mean,
want to
like,
raise and make him fold?
I mean, is he gonna fold on any street basically? Because like a 5-6 is less likely to improve than our hand.
Yeah.
Like,
I would be
Well-
happy if he had 5-6 here. I
yeah,
would be happy to raise and have him fold it and not have to get there and not to take my equity that way. If I add into this, he has 5-6 and he's going to fold, and he has king 10 and he's going to re-raise me. And one of those two things are going to happen if I raise. Would you want to raise? And by the way, his raise is going to be a jam.
So now we're playing the ace king queen toy game.
Yeah, we're playing a toy game here.
right. So, and I mean, so you either like if he has the 5-6, when we jam, we basically get six and a half big blinds.
Mhm. We don't jam.
And
We raised to like 5 or
no,
something.
but if we raise him, and if we just call and make our straight, then we have the option to like gain what is it, 6.5 plus, so 33 big blinds.
Yeah, we got another.
And there will be eight outs out of how many out of 48. So it would be like a 1 in 6 for the turn to complete it, and about a 1 in 6 for the river to complete.
That's too much math, man.
Yeah, it's 1 point. It's a 1 in 5.5, and the happy thing about this is what you've discovered is this. You definitely don't want to fold, right?
Yeah.
Calling is okay, and the raise doesn't do as many good things as the call does here. Because because he has a small enough stack that he could, with a king, happily jam on your raise and just go with it. And you do not want that to happen. So I think this makes calling really, really a good choice. Plus, we get to see what he does on the turn.
Right. Yeah.
Yep. Now, when this guy bets 1 here, here's what I think he is thinking, by the way. I think he is trying to get to the next street as cheap as he can.
Yeah.
The fact
Like
is,
kind of like a blocker bet kind of idea.
Exactly. But the fact is, so am I. I would like to get to this next street as cheap as I can. So we are on the same side for a second.
Yeah, but I want him to call with his his 10, and his 6.
Hmm?
I would raise to like 3 or 4.
Okay, but but when you do that, you risk throwing away your equity. Now, was he going to do it? We're going to see his hand. What was he in a mood where he was going to jam on you and you would have to fold? We'll find out.
I don't think he's
Right,
jamming with like King
right,
5.
right. If he when he bets one big blind, we don't think that that's going to happen very often.
No,
But I
but
thought it was going to happen enough that that the call, which is also good, was the better play. And I agree with you. I think his one big blind means he's not doing it very often, but that doesn't mean he's
yep.
never doing it. All right.
No,
If you believe he's almost never doing it though, then a raise to 3 or 4 is good.
yeah, because
Okay.
I want him to call with his single pair, and
Okay.
then
Right.
we will be jamming the turn.
Yes. Now.
But now that we hit our hand, we will
Right.
not be jamming our
Right.
turn.
So Ryan, what would you like to do now? You have the nuts.
Right. So if he has nothing, like, or like draw of his own, like, and we bet and he folds, that could suck. Um,
What do you think
like,
he has now? Let's look at from his point of view. Against what do you think his range is?
I mean, he clearly
He bet
wants to
one,
get
now
like
he increases to 2.
he
What
clearly
do you
wants
think he
to get
has?
another cheap card, right? That's at least what it looks like to me.
Hmm.
Um, but I wouldn't really know exactly what that could be. Maybe like an ace, like an ace something.
All right, let's be specific
Um,
now. So ace something, ace king, unlikely,
no,
right?
no, like an ace with a low card.
Ace
Like
six or like ace five. Are you talking about a pair or a non-paired hand?
no, not necessarily paired. No,
Okay,
I'm
okay,
paired. Like maybe like that he wants to see like he's hoping to see an ace come on the river, right?
okay.
Um,
I would, I would be surprised to see a naked ace with this bet of 2, with this increasing bet here. That's just me. The model that I have of this generic player, because we don't have we have this is his we have these stats on him. He's playing too many hands. His
right.
VPIP is 48. Um, he has limped half the times that one can limp, and he's called half the times. He's called raises half the times you can. He's got too many hands here. I'm thinking that this is a bunch of 10x, 6x, some 7, 8 until now, not through this too, but back here, some 7, 8, 7, 9, 8, 9.
Like Queen 10, Queen Jack, 6,
Yeah, yeah,
7, 8, 9.
yeah. All those,
Like
all those.
some kind of a pair with a
Right,
draw.
right.
So his range is very inelastic.
You
So
think his
I
range
think
is inelastic. I don't. That's interesting. You think he's got pair plus draw, and I don't. I'm going here with. I mean, maybe he's got some 10 jack here, but it's a little harder for it. I'm thinking that he has yucky 10, yucky 6. We went up to the 2. So I don't think he's inelastic enough to call like a raise to 12. I could be wrong.
I am, what's his
But I think he'll
12?
call a raise. I think he'll call a raise to 6 or 7.
Yeah.
And I also think that I can check back and see his size on the river. I can do all that. I am not worried about a flush coming in. What hands does he
What are you
not?
talking about flush coming in? Like, I mean, can he not have like 10x of hearts?
He can. I'm not worried
King
about it.
X of hearts?
He can.
No,
I'm
we're
not
not.
worried about it.
No, no, no. I'm not saying that we're worried about it. I'm just saying that it's likely that he's gonna call like a slightly bigger bet.
Yeah,
When
if he
that's
has
the
if he
case,
has those hands, he's going to call the bigger bet. But I think that is a small part of his range
y-
because he didn't
compared
size
to
up. but it's Ryan's hand. But
Yeah.
I'm actually talking too much. So Ryan,
Right. I mean, that definitely like that. I was definitely thinking between either checking back and seeing like what he does on the river, or like a small bet to not
right,
scare him off.
the small raise. So what hands do
Yeah.
you think he does? What hands do you think he doesn't have now that he's bet one big blind and two big blind?
I mean, he probably doesn't have like a strong pocket pair or like or king.
Right.
It's not a two pair or a set, that's for
Right.
sure.
We
Because
don't think it's Jack. We don't think it's Jack Queen, and we don't think it's 7-8 at this size, right?
it could be Jack Queen. Like in vulnerable hands, they tend to like bet a little bit smaller. But like if he had like King 9, he's gonna bet big.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't. This feels to me like it isn't two pair or a set or a straight yet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
So
7,
one
8
pair.
here, he would bet big.
Yeah. One pair with maybe a gut shot, maybe not a gut shot. A lot of the one pairs do have gut shots. A lot of the ones you would play, but but they don't have to. He still can have king. He can still have 10-5 here. So with that range, what would you like to do with your hand?
So I mean, to get max value, probably like a relatively small raise to like you said, 6 or 7.
Yeah.
Um,
And a call. Both those function well. The
yeah,
only thing that doesn't function well, we think, is a large raise.
yeah.
Right? That's
I
what.
don't think so. I think calling is the worst.
Yeah. Okay. So I did the worst thing. The main thing here, though, is I think a big raise is the worst because of his action. Okay. Let's see how terrible an idea this was.
Great.
Well, also
Let's hope he
terrible
has it.
because he's now going to fold so easily. Let's see what happens. He goes 4.
Right. So you put in like 25, raise to 25.
Sure, we can jam on him. He'll call us with a king. He might call us with a 10. Our hand looks exactly like a flush when we do it. So he folds. Let's see how inelastic he would have been on the turn. He was pretty elastic on the turn.
Yeah.
So he bets his gut shot for 1. He wants a free card. He bets his gut shot for 2. If we raise him here, he's got a gut shot and an over. He probably will pay. He'll probably pay 4. He'll probably pay 6 here. He probably won't pay more.
Mm-hmm. He did
Scotty,
end up having a naked ace.
Yeah. So we ace with a yeah. It was an ace with a gut shot. But
Gut
yeah,
shot, yeah.
it's the hand that I didn't think he had. So I was wrong about that. His hands also just bet. I would think this would get 3-bet at some frequency. So our raise here wouldn't be terrible, but a big raise here makes him fold, and we don't want him to fold. He has a tiny bit of equity. He really does. Like he beats us with a queen if it comes in, but
I've played a hand like
but we
this
collected the 4.
like last
But it's
night,
nice
but
that we collected the 4 here. This is good.
yeah, I played a hand like this last night, but it was deeper, and
Yeah.
I made the same mistake of not raising the turn, you know.
Yeah.
And then they had 2 pair, and then they made a boat on me on the river, you know, because the
Right.
board paired. So
Yeah.
if you look at Nuffle, it will say to raise the turn when your draw hits, raise it 4x, right?
hmm But this is short stack Nuffle.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I don't know about short stack Nuffle,
Yeah.
but
The short stack Nuffle here is going to do something else, which I will look at in a second. So as played against his exact hand, we probably make the same amount of money if we do the raise. He probably calls a raise to 6 or 7 here. He might fold, but he might call it. And then on the river, it doesn't matter what we do, we get no more money from him. So, but we got that. So, my raise to 16.
Not if you make it 8.
Yeah. my raise to 16 was that that the hand feels so much like a flush when I do this. I scare off so much, but except the king and and I really need a 10 to call. And I don't know. Maybe I left 4 big blinds on the table that I should have bet. Don't know. All right.
Nah,
Art.
we're just. I think we're just focusing on his hand. I think like if he happened to have a king, he's always calling. So I like your sizing actually.
Yeah, but his size did not feel like a king. That did not feel like a king.
No, it could. There's like a bunch of straight and then like a
Could
flush
be.
out there. People do this kind of
Yeah,
thing.
could be. Could be.
Yeah,
Yep. In my mind. All right,
they're
Art.
scared, but then they want a value bet.
Yep. Art, you got ace king suited. You play good. What would you like to do?
Yes. I don't know if you can hear me, but my
Yep, we
internet
can hear
keeps
you.
crashing. So
Oh,
let's
hey, it's
raise.
Arturus. I didn't even know it was. Hey, Arturus.
Okay.
What would you like to do?
Can you hear me though, or is
I
it
can-
cracking?
I can hear you.
Okay. So let's raise.
All right, there we go. And we get called by the big blind.
Voila.
Um,
He donks.
call?
Yeah.
Maybe. Yeah, I call. I don't know.
All right, let's do that. Call. Good
Deep
enough.
stack.
Let's get there. How about getting there? Is that a good idea? He checks.
What? Like 17 blinds? Whatever.
Okay. So let's talk about what do you think his range is here?
9x. Maybe pocket fives.
Okay. Yeah. So 9x and pocket fives. Some weird nonsense that's going to fold to everything, right? He's got some king 7 thing that's just going to fold that he just took a shot with king 7 of spades or some nonsense. Not a lot of deuces, we don't think. So what size is 9x and 5's going to call?
Is there a theory or something? Because like we don't know. We just like bet.
Yeah.
He doesn't have he doesn't have a single diamond. We're blocking everything.
Yeah, doesn't have a good
Yeah,
diamond.
but what can you do? Like you still have to like nuke it. I don't
Very,
think
very, 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 very,
it's small.
Yeah.
very weak range.
Yeah. So I think to get a 9, I think a 9 calls 7 big blinds here, maybe 10. I don't think it calls 15. What do you think, Art?
So he's recreational and we like making assumptions. I don't know.
Yeah, we got to make
Leads
it.
Jack 9 and then check calls on the turn.
Yep, we got to make assumptions. What assumption do you want to make about him? Here's all you know. He's playing 50 cent a dollar online. His VPIP is 33. His raise first in is 22. His 3-bet is 11. That's what you know.
I don't know. I don't downsize. I just big bet. Like, if you want, you can pot, but like 3/4 is like so cheap. You don't charge much.
So that's what I did. I did the don't charge much. We'll see if it's a bad idea. We'll see how elastic he was. But we love that he called. All right? River. He checks. What do you think his range is? What do you think the main
It's
body
still same
of
range.
is?
Nothing changed. Fives
What?
and nines.
Yeah. A
Yeah,
lot of
so
one pair. He's got a lot of
Well,
one pair hands, right?
yeah, so big bet like 35 blinds.
35. You think because you think a single pair is going to call 35.
Yeah, because same assumption on the turn. Like maybe on the turn is greedy. I don't know. Maybe 12 is sufficient, but
Okay.
whatever. On wherever, like if he folds, he folds.
Okay.
If he doesn't,
Right.
he doesn't. I don't know.
All
Like
right.
you know
So,
your population better.
So everybody put in the chat. I'm going to open up the chat here. Here we go. I've not, but I haven't seen any of your chats up till now, so I've been ignoring him. Sorry. But here we go. I want you to put the size. I want you to put 2 sizes in here. I want you to put the size that you think you need to bet to get a 9 or pocket 8s or a 9, a pocket 8s to fold, a deuce to fold, and the size that you want to bet to get them to call. So this is going to be my size. And your nines and your pocket eights should be the same, I assume. So 9 fold is
Yeah,
36.
there's no deuces though. We would
Deuce doesn't fold. All right. So 9 call is 18. I'm pretty wide there.
See the action up to this point, so I will exclude myself.
All. All right, that's mine. 33 to fold, 15 to get a call. Paul, is that from the 9 or from the deuce? And by the way, also the flushes that we don't believe he has.
Yeah, but if you bet
All
small,
right.
he might
All right.
raise his flushes thinking it's good.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. Let's go back here a second and see on the flop the size he bet. Half pot and then stops it. That doesn't feel like a deuce. That feels very 8 and 8 9 something.
Pocket fives, yeah, pocket
And
fours.
some weird ace that he can't have because I have the ace of diamonds. All right.
9x.
Yeah. So
Sometimes he runs into pocket sevens.
so Larry is going 12 to get a call from the 9. 35 to fold it. Paul's going 33 to get to fold it and 15. I'm going 36 and 18. So we're pretty close. We're pretty close in the same thing. All right. So and Arturus is going what size? What was your size, Arturus, here? Very big. Arturus, you were going like 36?
Yeah, that's okay.
Arturus is 36, and fuck him. Let him decide what he wants to call.
Yeah, probably like 12 to 15 to get a call, and then
Right. All right.
26, 27 to get in the fold.
Okay. Yeah. So you're tighter than me, and by tighter I just mean your numbers are closer to each other. I have lower confidence levels, so my numbers have to be bigger and smaller than yours. So,
Yeah.
but obviously I said 18, but I believed it was 20. We get the call. Let's see what this fun is. Pocket fives.
Oh, see? I left 8 big blinds on the table.
You did. You did.
Dang.
I think there is some precision in this hand. Pocket fives with the 5 of diamonds. We bet 20 here. We bet 15 here. They just fold. Yeah. I'm really happy. Now now if Arturus is right and he calls 15 here, which is what Arturus wanted to bet, and he calls the 35, then I left a bunch of money on the table, and we'll never know.
I mean, if he's donking flop, he's not in a mood to fold, right?
That might be, but when he's checking turn, he loses to a 9, he loses to diamonds. I called. What have I got? Well, maybe I've just got ace of diamonds. Maybe my hand is a bluff. But there's some size at which he folds this. I don't know what it is, but I believe that 15. I believe that 15 he folds here.
Okay.
No, but the problem is
and I still believe 36 he folds here. I could be wrong, but I believe. And we saw what the guy with the pocket queens did. Not the same guy. Not the same guy. All right.
Sticky.
It is 7:15. I am going to hand it off to Larry. And
All right.
like that, because I have got to go. Thank you guys for these hands.
I got to go too.
All right. So
Later.
so those of you who have hands, prep your hands. And if you've got hands where we can see everybody face up, we'll use those. Those are fun. All right.
You guys wanted to start with some look on the trainer and look at hands, mix it up?
I'm down for whatever.
All right, let's do some work on the trainer. I think Art mentioned we wanted to do that. Thank you, Scotty. Scotty's not here anymore. All right. do some work on the trainer, and then we'll see if anybody has any hands. Why don't we try playing out of position as a three better?
Ooh, I like it.
So we're in the small blind, we three bet. We get called by either hijack, cut off, or button. Let's just look at our ranges real quick. So when we're, for instance, facing a cutoff, raise, maybe big blind. This is our three betting range. 10% of hands. Quite polar. Obviously, a lot more polar than what we're going to see in the world. We're not going to have my high three bets in the world.
And before I go, I wanted to say one thing. You'll notice when we had the ace high flush, and we still had to bet really small because it wasn't about our hand; it was about his hand.
What's his range? What are we going to do about it? Scotty,
Exactly.
are you
And by the way,
around on Monday? Are you running the show on Monday?
I am not doing a show on Monday. I'm in Prague, so I'll figure. But also, I'll definitely be able to open the room. I don't know if I'll be able to work with you guys. Depends on what the group is doing. But
Okay.
I have Monday off. Yes. And by the way, even in a GTO world, what's his range and what are we going to do about it is still true.
It's true.
That's still true. It's just that what are we going to do about it to be unexploitable is different than what are we going to do to maximally exploit it. A GTO world, you're not trying to maximally exploit anyone. You're trying to be unexploitable. Two different things.
Point taken, sir. We'll talk to you on Monday. Have a
See
good
you.
weekend. All right, so notice our raise size here. Big raise. Well, let's actually do it. Big raise. This is going to be as polar. I was looking at small blind. This is a much more linear range. Big blind has a more polar range because he doesn't have anybody to act behind. But yeah, this is our range. Bluff's probably like king jack off. Definitely a bluff. Ace four, ace three. Get back to cutoff. This is the defending range we're likely going to see. Something like this, about 10% of hands. Lots of ace jack, and this is the main thing to think about. This is that this is a lot of his range that he's calling ace queen, ace jack, and queen, and then a mixture of pairs. All right, let's do it. I'll do the first one.
Okay.
All right. This is very so on jack high boards, weird shit goes down in solver. But I don't think this is one of the hands that do it. But we get really big bets here. I think some hands we open jam. We'll look at the solve afterwards, but solver does really weird stuff here. All right, I am way too aggressive. He calls. He's quite filtered now after he calls. I think I want to realize my equity and check. He checks back. Now the question is, do we turn this into a bluff? Maybe. Let's try it. No, we give up. Let's look at this solve. I think some weird stuff goes on in this texture, I think. Small blind here. Yeah, we get some over bets. It's not as crazy as I thought. Some of these jack high boards are really, really weird. So anyway, that was me on this first hand. Who else is out here? We got 7 people here, including me, ready to rock. Andy, you want to take this one?
Sure.
Next one. All right. Just get set up over here.
When you are.
Okay. Still arranging in windows. Okay, next hand. This is your hand, sir. What would you like to do? Jack high board.
First second. Cutoff range. I think this is just a check. It's either
Let's
going to be
see.
a check or a B33. Yeah, no, it might actually be. Fuck, it is a check.
Yeah, you picked the
But
right size. I think we probably bet if we have the king of spades, maybe. We're doing a lot of bets. Doesn't matter. King or queen. Without thing to notice here, I think, is without a spade, he already wants to check.
yeah,
He checks back.
he checks back. Now I think I'm going to start bluffing and I'm going to go big. I think I'm going to go, yep,
75.
75.
It's in there.
Oh, it's still a check, but bro. Oh yeah, he called. Um, shit. Now there's a 4 line to the 10.
I don't think you care that you're blocking
Oh, yeah.
queen 10. Queen doesn't defend queen 10.
Yeah. I fuck. I don't know what to do in this spot. I think this might be. I mean, I know what I would do in game, but in theory land, this might just be a check and give up.
I think it's a give
Either
up.
it's gonna be either. Yeah.
Giving up everything. Checking
Yeah.
95% of our range. Oh, he said 4 to straight. He checks back. Where is his value region then? If he is checking back a set here on his 4 to straight,
Well, he's got some Jack 10. He's got a lot of Jack 10. He's got a lot of 9. He's got some 9-10. He's
he can only
pocket
he
10s.
mostly he only pretty much value bets a straight. He's the only he's mixing with jacks and nines for a value bet. But yeah, that's pretty tight.
And some of his bluffs come from like 6-7 and 4-5.
And the lesson to take from this is 4 to a straight where your opponent has a lot of 10x in its range. These sevens aren't good enough to value bet. Interesting. All right. Art, you want to take one?
Yeah, okay.
Got an overpair on a low board. What would you like to do?
No idea of frequencies, but I'm betting pure, but this is probably not B75.
Yeah, I think we check a lot of these textures, and then when we do bet, we bet big, maybe less because it's connected, but he doesn't have 7-5. So
A raise pot, we're checking a ton on this texture. In a 3-bet pot, I think we're betting a lot more.
okay. What do you want to do, Art?
75?
I didn't hear you. I'm sorry.
75. I'll type it out.
Yeah, I think
Yeah,
we
yeah.
bet. Yeah, we got big bets on this. This texture is like high check.
Very high.
Yeah, we're check. You can see it down here on my cursor is. And we see this often when we're checking a lot and we do bet, our bet is very polar. We're going to bet a lot. I think probably also we're going to find that in theory, we check more with aces than we do with our lower. This is a correlated to the strength. Less protection required for aces and kings. Tens and jacks hate seeing the overhead card comes, so they bet more. They benefit more from equity denial. All right. Good sizing, sir. Let's see what we got. He calls. Very interesting. What is he calling with? So like nines he's calling with, tens he's calling with. I
Yeah.
think he has some 9-8. He slow plays eights. What would you like to do here? You've got an SPR approaching 1.
Half pot, but his range is not clear to me. I don't think he has nines and tens. But I'm not sure. Maybe
Why
he
do you
does.
think? Why wouldn't he have nines and tens?
Uh, maybe some weight. It raised flop, no? A little bit. Maybe not because we check so much. I don't know. Anyway, yeah, he still has a bunch of everything. Yeah, I don't know, half pot. With front load, we can jam, I don't know.
Yeah, front load half pot is good, and he's king.
So
All
what
right.
is his range?
What is his range that he's calling?
Yeah, in general on the turn.
So on the turn, he is got. Let's just look at his calling range here.
Yeah, does he raise a little bit tens?
Here's
Okay,
his
zero.
calling range when we bet big. He is. We bet big, but he's still on this texture, which is good for him. He is not folding that much. He is underfolding here. But he's got queens that he flats. He's got our hand. He's got tens and nines. All his ace at 8x. He's not folding sevens, obviously. He's not folding sixes. He's not folding fives. And these are interesting. He's not folding these with a pair. Ace queen is sticky. Ace king is sticky, like what we saw. All right. Josh, you want to take one?
Yeah, sure.
Hey, Josh, would you be interested in doing a node lock solve later?
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
I was thinking one that might be interesting and one that we don't ever see is a hand where we ISO a limper and then we play out of position against the limper. So someone limps, we ISO, and then how do we continue? Obviously, we have to wake up from scratch the ranges, but it'd be interesting to see what Solver does in that situation. If anybody wants to find a hand where you ISO to limper and then went to post flop and we were playing out of position, that'd be interesting because that would actually go very nicely with this. That is, it's the kissing cousin of a 3-bet pot. So I don't know, Andy or anybody else who's got some hand histories. If you want to search for one of those, that'd be cool.
Yeah, I can take a look real quick.
Yeah, just like create a search,
No topic, just any hand for cash.
create a filter, and then we'll go from there. So we'll do this like 2 rounds, and then we'll
Yeah, I'll
build.
create a filter.
And then we'll build a custom solver around that. All right, so Josh, this is your hand. You have a very interesting hand here. Monotone board. But you have an open ender. What would you like to do here?
Uh, So it's a good board for them, apart from the suits are good for us. So I guess normally I just bet small on these monotone boards. It's a free bet pot. So
Yeah, through
yeah,
the
I
pot.
guess.
I think you're right. I think you're going to bet small on this pot, on this board. I think probably get to bet with our open ender. I'm not sure. I think, but yeah, it's going to be either. Do you want to bet 20% or bet 33%?
20%, I guess. But could
Yeah,
be,
I'm mostly checking, but we get these small bets.
Okay.
He calls. That is a
Yeah.
brick. I guess
So
your
now
choice is
what?
if you want to polarize or check and try to realize equity.
Yeah, do we keep bluffing or do we just check and hope it goes check, check? I think you probably want to check, right? And then you can check call and then
It's in there. It wants to polarize here. Let's find
Yeah.
let's find out what region it's polarizing on. So when we get to this turn, the big thing to notice is that it's getting polar here. Yeah, it's not really actually. It's either checking or it's favorite is check or B50. It might still be the monotone texture probably is resulting in
Yeah, and King 9 is like one of the
B50s.
worst turns we can have, right? Although it has like quite a bit of equity, so it wants to bet, right?
It's not the worst because it's got an open ender, I don't think. Let's go go through our different hand classes
I
and see
mean,
what
it's
they want to do.
value-wise at the moment, it's nothing. It's just King high, but
But I mean, you want your bluffs to have some way of improving to the nuts, right? On the turn,
Yeah, I mean that's ideal. I mean, well, yeah. So
or
that
like
brings up
not
a very
not
good
not
question.
nuts.
Flush draw nuts, right? So what size is flush draw nuts using? Which is like the ace queen here, and it shows us here. Flush draw nuts is mostly polarizing to a B50 and some B75. So that's so our we are using our ace high. Now let's clear that and let's just look at just flush draws here. And like a king queen off is an example. Kind of the same thing. But then what are our actual flushes doing? They're mostly using the B52. So I think everything is, our whole betting strategy is downsized because of the monotone board. Like right here, even our nuts, with ace king or whatever, or ace high flushes are using very small sizes. One interesting thing we'll notice here is that ace king is only really using the B50. But if you go to like ace four, notice it's using now the big size. It gets to use
yeah.
this big size in theory because it's unblocking king and queen high flushes and king and queen high flush draws. So there's a lot, in theory, there's more for them to call when we use big size. So we're not using the big size very much, but when we do, it's coming from this part of our this part of our range. So yeah, we can see it just right up here, like ace three, 96% equity. I wonder, ace three probably has more equity here than ace king because it's unblocking king. Let's just find out real quick. So this is 97. Well, 0.4, not much of a difference, but you get the idea. So anyway, trainer, we check, which is fine here. Hoping for the miracle. And that looks like a straight to me. Question is, what is our value size now?
Yeah, good question, right? So, yeah, good question.
So
Thing
the
is, if we
line
bet,
I think is important here, right? Like we bet small, he calls. Turn goes check, check. Probably he's got some trapping flushes, but he is devoid mostly of flushes now. It's a solver. He definitely gonna check back some flushing.
so he checks the turn, right? So uh so we got to go massive, right? I mean, we got to jam, right? I think.
Yeah,
I think.
well, the
I
question
mean,
is how much of his range can sustain a call? I I honestly don't think we jam because in theory there's not much of his range that can call a jam except a flush. So we're then filtering to just getting called by what's better. We want to get called, we essentially want to get called here by sets. Sets and maybe two pair. We're going to get
Right.
called by some flushes. Well, he's going to have flushes in his range too that do this.
Is
But
there a difference between betting 48 and 151% and just jamming? Or so, I mean, are those things kind of the same? Or would you just, like, if it was a choice
let
between,
me see, 48. I don't think there is much difference because when you bet 48
because,
with the straight, you can't really fold to a shove.
yeah,
I don't
right.
think.
So the bet size would be 27 then, right? 84%, I guess, if
I
we're trying to
think,
get call bus.
yeah, I
But the
think it's
thing
one of
is,
these
still,
two.
if we bet that and they jam, we have to call, right? Yeah. Okay, it wants to block.
Yeah, it blocks because it's just his range is really capped here. Like, well, let the first question becomes how often. So we check. How often is he checking back a trap flush here?
Like, really?
25% of it. So he's protecting his range by checking back flushes. 25%. So he's checking back nuts here.
Have you selected for flushes? Oh, yeah, I see.
Yeah, I'd selected for flushes here. Let's see here. So he's protecting his range. So he's got some flushes in that he's trap checking, as we all should really. And
Okay.
but he's mostly betting them, right? But he is protecting them sometimes. So he does have them in his range. So
Oh dear. It's
when we
it's
get
tough.
here,
So
so then when we
so
get
tough out of
here,
positions.
first question I'd have is where does a straight fall into our range? So these are our straights, right? King 9, 10, 9. We have King 9. What does this fall into our range? Is this a value hand? I thought it was a value hand. I thought it would allow for bigger sizing. It's pretty far up. I think this is it. It's right here, I think. No, it's not it. Anyway, straights. So straights are, you see all the straights here. They all are betting. Like 10, 9 here. 9, 9. Their equity
Yeah.
is 90%, which is really high for a straight. That's a block. That's one with a blocker. 10, 9. Yeah, its equity is 90% because I think its equity shoots up when he checks back on turn because he bets 75% of his flushes. So
Now, how I would like to know how many of our like nut flushes. How often were we betting small with them? Have we ever taken this line with a
I
flush?
imagine so here on river.
And
Are you asking on river?
yeah, on the river,
Okay, so here's our flushes. So we got flushes. Um our weakest flushes we check a lot, like these flushes down here. But then nuts we're checking too sometimes. Like this
just
maybe,
some portion of the time, yeah.
yeah,
So
yeah.
is that either check or jam? The nut flush?
Nut flush is like here's a jam, here's our jam with ace queen. We're
Yeah.
mixing that with a small bet, right? We're mixing it with nines. So we do have jams. We even have jams with second nut flush.
Isn't the ace queen also betting free? Oh,
It's mixing, it's betting three, and also it's jamming.
yeah.
So yeah, we mix our sizing. Like so these are just our flushes. And we can see we're mixing all these, we're mixing across this entire range. Like
Yeah.
for some reason it likes to check. I mean, it has to do with blocker properties. It likes to check trap a6. Um, and then our worst flush it checks, which still has a shit ton of equity, but it checks it. The question I would have is this too. If we check here, he's gonna have lots of jams. He has lots of jams down here in his bluffing region. Big bets. Got a very polar strategy. If he jams and we
What's the
look at our
worst?
flush, we're never folding a flush. We don't care. We're still calling with our bottom
Yeah.
flushes. Okay. That was
Right.
Josh. Yeah, no worries.
So if we did check, or if we did bet small and they jam, we call, right? Or can we go back?
Oh, with the straight, that's a good question. So if we, with the straight specifically,
Yeah.
so our straights are checking sometimes.
Because it wanted to bet small, right?
Yeah, I wanted to bet small, but if we check and he jams, my straights in theory are calling. Although I would say you could think about folding these. It's a big fold, but you have to give your,
You mean in live play?
yeah, in real play.
Yeah.
It's a big fold, but you've got to give him credit for having like bluffs
Yeah.
with the naked ace of spades, naked king
What
of
if you bet
spades.
small and he jams? Is it the same?
Okay, so if we bet small, like, so our straights here, they like to use, like, let's give them a, like, well, we'll use the small size. We'll give them the bet, we'll give the super ridiculous size. And they jam. We're folding 70% of our range. We're calling 29. And our straights are mostly calling. King has some kind of blocker properties we don't like. If we don't like blocking the king for some reason. So we hero fold the king, but these other ones we fall. But we even hero calling with sets.
Do you have some kind of system for deciding whether you're going to bet small or jam on the river? Like, say you
I
have a
mean,
flush.
a GTO player like CG, he would have like three sizes. Like he would have like here. He would have like three sizes. He would probably have like a, we do have three sizes. He would probably have two. He would check, or he would probably have, I think he would probably have more bets. He would probably have check, bet 11 or bet 19. Um, he would roll for it. So he would know what the options are in theory, roughly. And sometimes he says, I don't know what I should do here, but oftentimes he'll understand what the betting options are in theory in the solver. And then he'll have a randomizer, some kind of randomizing tool, and he will roll for it. So he'll randomize and say, like, if he knows he's supposed to, like, he'll probably do something like this. He'll say, I'm supposed to mix between these three sizes. So I'm going to roll. If it's top third, I'm going to bet 19. Middle third, I'll bet 11. Bottom third, I'll check trap. So he'll have all those options and he'll choose by rolling for it. That is the GTO way to do it.
Great.
Now, for me, that's my range. I'm not going to randomize. I'm going to usually get what the hand is worth and try to understand if I have any notes on the player or if I have any understanding of what their tendencies are.
All right. Sorry, I misread. So it's not betting. It's not jamming at all, is it?
It
It's
is
only betting.
jamming, but not with
It's only jam. It's only betting like 30%. Is it? Is that
it's
what it
jamming with
shows?
a portion of its range. Solver's jamming with 11% of its range, I think. No, 1% of its range it's jamming with. It's jamming
So
with like some of
but
these kind
yeah,
of
but that's
flushes,
the
but
sliver. So the biggest bet it really uses is a third pot. Okay, I'm surprised, but
yeah,
okay.
because it went check on turn, I think is the reason.
Right. So their range is really weakened, right? Yeah.
Their range is somewhat capped, but it's solver, so it's protected. Hey Paul, are you out there? Do you want to try one? No? Okay. And I'm sorry for mispronouncing your name, but
Filter ready,
Ryan?
Larry, too, whenever.
Okay, cool. We'll go through this twice and then thanks. And then we'll do a custom solve. Paul,
Yeah.
Ryan,
All
I
right.
apologize for pronouncing your name. Do you want to take one?
Yes. Let's go.
All right. All right. You have tens on a very low board. It's an interesting spot.
Let's see. Button versus small blind. Um, I mean, let's say I think we're betting probably quite a decent size, probably out of 50 or 75%.
Yeah. I wonder if because there's locked up equity and he defends ace four, like let's just confirm he defends ace four.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was a little bit scared of as well, but
No, he does not. He does not have
oh,
ace four.
he does not have it. Okay.
Yeah. So,
That means basically that all these cards are useless to both our ranges.
actually, hold
Kind
on.
of,
I might be
or
lying to you. Hold on. Fold. Raise. You might defend a button.
Coincidentally,
No.
creating this filter, I think I just found a massive leak in my game.
Well, I'm glad we can help. So here, what
so
size would you like to? I think you get big bets here. He doesn't have
yeah.
ace four.
I
So
mean, go 75%.
yeah, you nailed it.
And he shoves. Okay. Um,
That's an interesting play.
probably have to call it, right? He's gonna have like maybe like eight, and I
I think you
mean,
call. Yeah, it's a look out. Look at it's just such a clear call. Look at the EV.
yeah, he might play aces this way, but
That is a
I
very
mean, he
interesting
could have
life
had
choice.
fives maybe, but
He had nines. How now? Where is his shoving range here? So we bet big. Here it is. Ace. So ace five.
which repeats unless he
He defends his. Look, what's very interesting about this spot is that it's fit or fold in theory. He's got calls, shoves, and folds.
yeah, he's only
He's
like 5-4, which is an open
he's
ender, has a little bit of a
he's
different
defending.
ranging.
Queens and jacks, he's never jamming.
Although to be fair, we did bet really big, right? So it's kind of they're never gonna raise very often.
So the question is, does he defend this with the top of his range? Like it looks like, in other words, does he protect the sizing with the top of his range? And a little bit with fours, but he doesn't. He doesn't really do it with his sets.
Yeah, no, that's what I was looking for that as well, but it doesn't.
So the very top of his range, he doesn't have his four. We know that, but like queens and jacks, he doesn't. But then tens has a lot of equity on this board. It has like not he had nines, but
Yeah,
it's
I
right
mean,
in this region.
there's literally no hand he does this with that we didn't beat unless it was
No,
like tens, which case would be a
it's I can see it like he's essentially when we bet 18 and the pot is 43 and there's 70 behind or 80, he just wants to put it in because he gets maximum equity protection with these middle pairs. So
yeah.
I think that's what he's up to here. Very interesting play. All right. Rob, you want to try one?
Yeah, sure.
Cool. All right. All right. You got the aces against button. What size would you like to use? You can do any.
Yeah, I'm looking.
Sure.
It's 33.
Sure. So weird things happen in Solver. Let's look at your. Yeah, it's in there. So weird things happen in Silver on these
barely.
jack high boards that, I mean, the way it was described to me is just it's very hard for him to defend because of what his three bet calling range is in theory. So we have these weird. We even have open shoves here. Like kings and queens shove sometimes. Just open shove. Just go fuck you shove. It's a very unusual play. It only happens on jack high boards in theory. But mostly on this texture, we're gonna want to bet big. So we're using this sizing a lot. Do you want to try it with
And,
that
and
with the
why
big
is that
sizing
with
and
the
see?
jack high? Can you say that one more time? I'm sorry. With a jack high textured board.
The reason it was explained to me is why we have shoves here a little bit and overbets, and mostly we want to big bet when we big bet, is that it's very hard for him to defend, and it has to do with what his. I mean, solver is all about range versus range interaction, so it has to do with what his defending range is. So if we look at what his defending range is here, here, forward. I mean, he's got lots of jacks. He's got for 16 well, yeah, like 4, 8, 12, 16 combos here, 14 combos. So he's got lots of jacks that he's defending, jack 10. But for some reason, solver decides that it likes to go crazy on these boards,
It's
especially
because a lot of our
jack.
range is like an overpair or a gut shot or an open ended. So
Yeah, I
so
mean,
we
it probably has to do with, yeah, we've got, I guess, a lot of equity on this board. We have ace queen, we have ace king, aces and kings. Maybe that might be it. Queens.
we got king queen as well. So stuff like that. Eight.
So, Rob, this size is fine. Why don't we just go with this size? We go with this size. He calls you. That's a lovely turn. Now, what size would you like to use on turn here?
Uh, 50.
50 is fine. So the SPR is important here, right? So the SPR is 2 essentially. So one way to think about this, I mean, you really want to work on getting this all in. So 50 is pretty close to geometric 60%. So it's
Right.
probably going to use
Okay.
50. Yeah, you
Well,
nailed it.
that's kind of I was thinking going all in by the river, so that's kind of why I picked that over 75. But
Yeah, it's a great choice. You nailed it. And we're never folding, I assume.
right.
And he gets that bastard. What an asshole. I'll tell you, geez.
Well, I should have bet bigger on the flop then.
All right, we went through once. We'll go through one more time and then we'll work on a custom solve. All right. This is my hand, and I do not have a good hand. We have really nothing going on here. And I would argue this is close to the bottom of our range. So do we get to bet at the bottom of our range? Even a back door. This is like check. I think this is check or B75. I'm going to try to bluff this. Nope. Just to give up. Where does our B75 come from? So we're going to have, I was right about the sizing, but we want to have something going on here. I was way too aggressive. Well, we mix. We've got big. We don't use this. We use some small size here. The king nine, though, we just want thing I didn't recognize, which I should have, frankly, is that we can choose to turn this into a bluff, but we want to have the backdoor equity. We don't have it here. We just the one hand that doesn't want to do this is the one without any backboard equity. Aces are good enough to check. Kings again, kings. We want to have we want to have backdoor flush going on. All right. This is a give up then, I guess. Check. And we're gonna fold. He wins with a worse hand. But he's got backdoor equity. All right, that was me. Andy, want to take one?
Yeah. Sure.
All right.
And then I got that
this is-
filter set whenever you're ready.
Okay, well, we'll go through the trainer with everyone once more time, and then we'll
I
kindly
might have
ask
to go
Josh to
early.
sit up.
I might have to
Josh,
go
say it
early.
again?
I might have to leave early. Yeah, sorry.
All right, well, why don't we just go to the why don't we just go back to this later, and we'll just go to the custom solve. So, do you have time to do it now, Josh?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, thank you.
But
So, Andy, why don't you show us the hand? Why don't you show us two hands, and I'll pick one that's more interesting to the group.
Okay. I set it, obviously I set to go to showdown.
Okay.
So I guess we can go. I mean, I have, how about we do one where I win a big pot, one where I lose a big pot?
Sounds good.
did you find a leak? You said you found a leak.
Yeah, look at, so this filter is set specifically for when I'm in the big blind, one limper, and I ISO, and it goes to showdown. I would say that's a pretty big leak.
It looks like there's something you want to work on here.
Yeah. So, and I mean, it could just be, because when I switch to, doesn't go to showdown, they're all profitable.
Oh, yeah, that's it. Yeah. That's really, I think, what it is with when you ISO, you're repping a very strong
Yeah.
range against a very marginal range.
Yeah. So like we see when this is, results goes to showdown. Now, if I change this filter just a little bit to remove hands that went to showdown, we can see obviously one, I have way more hands in general. But other than these, but the minus big blinds per 100 drops way down. But you can see across these stakes, they're actually start turning green, right?
Yeah, you begin winning. Overall, you're winning. Okay, so these are hands that went to showdown, right?
Yes, these are hands that went to showdown.
All right,
So
so why don't you show us a big winner and a big loser, and we'll decide which one we want to look at.
okay. Um, ooh, here's a big loser. Let's and then we'll go control. And now, like, I haven't looked at this hand yet, so
Yeah,
um,
you're out on a limb. All right, this seems like a reasonable hand. We're more interested in texture than anything because we're trying to figure out a hand
right.
to build a solve with. All right. Okay. All right, you turn good equity. He calls,
Then obviously I punt here.
and then he's got an ace, something like that. I think
Too
that's okay.
bad.
Okay, let's okay, now show us a big winner. That's an interesting hand because of the texture.
A hand where I win a big pot.
I'm guessing you're meant to give up that river, right?
Two is a
Yeah, that's
misclick.
an interesting hand because it's an interesting texture. We'll take a look at maybe we'll use that one.
See, this one's, I mean, it's still, I'm in position, but
Yeah. Well, let's just skip this one because out of position is more interesting because it's just harder to play.
right.
Yeah, give us that one.
Okay, so poster. Oh, two limpers. ISO goes multi-way. So we're not going to be able to.
I like to do multiple. Okay, so now it's a lovely turn. Okay, nice answer. Let's go back to the first hand. I think that's the most interesting because it's an ace high board.
Okay.
And yeah, this one. So let's set it up from here. So first thing to do is to figure out a range. So why don't we do this? So go to the texture here. Go to the flop rather. Actually, why don't you show the whole hand? And then once you show the
So
whole
I just
hand, and we have now this is the interesting part. So Andy, if you stop sharing, please, and then Josh,
Real
if you
quick
share,
before I stop sharing, we actually have so limp and call raise. And then so if we look here, we can kind of start building a range off of these numbers. Because we know he's limping and calling a raise with 93%. He's VPIPing 62, and he's RFI 8%. So we could do a 62% range and then remove the top 10%.
okay,
And
it's a
that
good way
would
to
Okay.
kind
start.
of give us roughly this player's range.
Sure.
all right.
So
So let me stop sharing. And I can keep those numbers up so we can still talk about.
that
Yeah.
sounds good.
And then I can set that one to the side. And what I'll do is I'll just put all the hands in, I'll bring up all the hands in the replayer and I'll kind of click through and see if there's anything that I see that's even a little more interesting.
Okay. All
How,
right.
how do we
So
how do we do limps on this?
okay, so we'll be able to build it. So we need to go into the custom solve. So if you go to study, can you go directly to custom solve from there? Like if
This one's really
study,
interesting, actually.
and then no, you can't. So you got to go here. Well, let's just. It doesn't matter how we do it, I guess. Custom reports, just like however you want to get to the custom solve.
Yeah. Okay.
So we're just going to change this afterwards.
You were in the big blind, yeah, and they were
Yeah,
hijack
just
as
to
well.
just give him a big blind 3-bet. Gets hijack. And then call, and then, so, yeah, okay. So now it gets interesting. So now you make the pot, whatever it was at the beginning. So what was the pot in big blinds on flop?
12 was it or 13?
On the flop was 12.5.
Okay, 12.5. And then we'll say behind, we'll just give it, we'll make this just a generic. So we'll make that like 88 or 87.5 or whatever. Give it exactly
So
100 big
effective
blinds.
stack was 127, my stack. I know that's a little.
Well, we'll just leave it, we'll just leave it at 100 big so we have something to work with.
So
But
then it would be 94.
Now's the most important thing.
The stack would be 94 then, not 88.
Okay.
Okay.
So now the most interesting part comes. So now we've got
So
to
you're
build.
saying he had what? 60%?
Well, you're on out of position now, right? And you're on the big blind.
Yeah.
All right.
No,
So
yeah.
this is our ISOing range.
Yeah. So the other guy's range was
So his total range was 62. His VPIP was 62.
right.
All right. So then we need to pull out. Okay. Now we need
Remove
to
the top 8%.
So how do I do that?
Other slider, see on the bottom there, the slider on the bottom, all the way to the left.
Oh, yeah.
Nope, the other side.
Yeah.
So what you can do, set that to 62 and then see the red.
Yeah.
Go to the
Oh, yeah.
left side. Yep. Now you can slide that up
That's
and
clever.
it will
Okay.
remove.
See, I'm learning how to use the thing. That's great. Okay.
Okay.
Something
Now
like that.
let's thin this out a little bit. I don't know if he's getting with Jack 7 to. Let's pull out like in the offsuit region. Let's pull out some of this. Like,
But what's his limp and then call is not 62, right? So Yeah, like I
His
say.
Yeah,
limp-
we're trying to get
so
him
his
to.
overall VPIP is 62. That combines limps and raises. So his limp and collar raise is 93%. So if he's
Of
so
his 62.
essentially, oh, and then yeah, so we have to take out the bottom portions of his limping range because he's folding those. So
Yeah, so
leave
like,
this. Nope, leave that how that was. I guess no. You can slide it, or we can just manually click to remove the bottom of his limping range
yeah,
to the
just slide it a
raise. So
little
yeah,
bit.
take
All right, that's good.
Like that or like
Yeah,
that.
now leave that. And
probably
then,
I'd go to about 45 on that. See how that looks. That might
Okay.
be fairly fair. A 62
all right,
VPIP with a 93% limp call range.
all right. Maybe we just click on King 7 off. Let's just see if, let's go click on that. All right. Do you think that's good? You think anything else we should pull out? Maybe 8-6
I
and
think that looks
9-6 suited.
You think they fold
what one?
8-6 suited? Okay.
I don't
Maybe
think I
not. All
think
right, we'll
that's in
just leave
that
this.
range. That's in a 62 VPIP range for sure.
I mean, who knows? You know, they do all kinds of crazy stuff.
All right, well,
Right.
let's just leave this then. So hit
I mean,
confirm.
to actually call, I would have thought it'd be more like, you know, but they would call this stuff. They love this stuff. You know, I think
Yeah, they love that shit.
they love this
Yeah,
stuff.
And they
Yeah.
love the 5-6, the 4-5.
Well, I would give them the suited connectors then.
Yeah, they'd never
6,
fold in
5,
that. You know?
5,
Yeah, they loved
4,
it.
4. Yeah.
Even that one, you know, they like that one.
We'll probably
All right, why don't we go
give
with
them
that
most
one?
of
That looks
them
pretty good.
will have the offsuit connectors too, the 8-9 off, the 7-8, because I mean the droolers, they don't really make the distinction between the value of suited and offsuit. To them,
I
it's
lost
a connector.
$200. I lost $200 yesterday to that one. You know, fucking.
Like I would probably give them 7-6, 7-8, and 8-9 off. You can put the 9-6 in, and then 8-7,
8, 8-7. Where is it?
8-7 off,
8-7. Yeah. Oh yeah.
and then 7-6
Yeah.
off.
All right, that's a shit ton of hands. We'll leave them with that.
Yeah, let's call that a good.
Okay, hit confirm. Unless you want to save it. You might want to save this range.
We can get it back. All right.
All right, and
your
then go to
range,
big blind, and then this is okay. Why don't you tell
that's
why
fine,
don't you
isn't
tell
it?
Josh what your ISOing range is here?
I would probably go jacks and tens at full frequency.
Yeah.
Yeah, start there and then we can just add hands manually. So I probably I'm adding in more of the actually this looks about good. Maybe some more of the king 9, queen 9, jack 9 and 10-9 suited. Maybe take it down to there
And
against a high
suited
VPIP.
aces like that.
Yeah, that's fair. Um
And the pairs, you're folding them or
with
yeah.
yeah,
King Jack.
sevens and above, I'm not I'm probably not ISOing with the offsuit king jack, offsuit queen jack. The offsuit
Okay.
stuff probably looks spot on.
That look good?
This looks about right. This looks
And then
about right. It's gonna
9-8.
vary.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe
Okay.
9-8. But it's gonna be, my ISO range is gonna vary opponent to opponent, but for this opponent, this looks about right.
Why don't you save it too, Josh, and then we can come back and get it later. So just we're up there, save it. And call and the big Wisconsinites. You're in Wisconsin, aren't you? You're in Michigan.
Michigan, yeah.
Well,
Just
yeah, limp
call it like
ISO.
big blind ISO.
There we go. All right. So now we got ranges.
Okay.
Confirm. All right. Now,
What was the
what's the,
board?
Ace of hearts, 6 of spades, 4 of clubs.
So
okay.
do you reckon? Yeah, you just bet. Yeah, bet range. Okay.
So let's give it a bunch of sizes here. So go to the check. I mean, go to the yeah, let's give it like 25. Give it like a 55, 75, 125.
I like more, give it 33-66 pot on the flop.
Can we give an overbet?
Yeah,
It's
we can
not
give
going
it
to
one
use it
over bet,
probably.
like a 125.
Yeah. It's probably just going to use the 33. Yeah, it's just going to use the 33. So, all right. So
So
the big
why is
lesson
that?
here. Well, let's spend some time. Let's go to see where the ranges button is.
The ranges, yeah.
Yeah, let's look at range versus
So,
range. So this is what's happening here, right? These are like the fundamentals. The fundamentals are against a weak range, regardless of the texture, we're betting. It doesn't give a fuck, right? We're betting. And we're doing that because on this ace high drop texture, we have the best aces. I mean, you can see it right here. So like, see where it says equity bucket simple, and then you go to best hands. Look at the best hands advantage we have on this board. It's
We
just
have them
ridiculous.
crushed.
You got it crossed. Yeah. So this is an easy way to look at this hand. It's just like knowing that we bet. Why do we bet? Because we're the blue line. This is the linear equity graph, and we have a massive advantage.
but in live, like I don't think I would bet. I would never bet this small. Like honestly, I mean I know it's just 1-2, but I would bet like 50% or more. You know,
60.
just
Yeah.
yeah.
Which is fine. I mean, in theory, when your entire range
I am
bets, it drives. Let me finish my point real quick. In theory,
yeah.
when our entire range bets, we're betting small. It's just and you saw it today earlier when we were checking 70% of the time. When we were betting a very polar size. We were betting to 70%.
Yeah. I was gonna kind of build on that if I'm willing to bet if we remove the 33% size and B66 is our smallest, we're still gonna bet range at B66.
I mean, that's a very curious question. Let's find out.
Uh,
I'm not
We can
sure.
try that.
So just remove, there we go. And now let's see what happens. No, wow. Okay. It's still a majority of our bets are 66, but we're actually checking a majority 55% of the time now.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Interesting.
It's just, yeah. I mean, we can, go for a million years as to why that is. Now we got a choice here, guys. We can either run out this hand and see how it would have played this, or with your hand, or we can put in some different textures and see if it changes its bet frequency. Right now, we know that it loves to use small bet all the time. But what about on different textures, right? So we can change
No,
this
we
texture to
gotta
like
add the
something different,
B33 back in.
What did
right?
you bet? I forgot.
I did a B66.
Okay.
So what if we add like, so, well, this isn't gonna, well, are we even using this? Go back to strategy at EV instead of the range versus range tab. Yeah. And then go back to big blinds, our theory. So go back to our decision, one node back. Yeah, we're not using, so if we want to give him a B66, we need to remove B33 because all it's using in the solve is B33. So if we want to see what it does with the B66, we got to remove this, then hit confirm here. And now, and then we'll see. You had Queen Jack, right?
Queen Jack suited hearts.
So scroll over the Queen Jack so you can see if it uses this size.
It
So
does.
it bets this size. So let's go ahead and use it. He obviously notice he doesn't have any raises here in position.
That's
He has,
because you're polarized, right?
I would assume that's, yeah. And also
Because you bet
the very
big.
yeah, you're putting money in. So the very top of his range, like his ace sixes and his sixes and his fours, they don't need to raise because the money's all going to go in. But you're saying you love your hand. We're never folding. There's no reason to raise. Now, this is what's interesting. If you want to go back and give us a B33
And let's see what their response becomes.
and then see if they begin to have some raises. They might not because they're in position, but let's see. We bet range here, and now he's got raises, right? Now he's got raises with the top of his range. A bunch of shit. Like he's got a lot of raises here. So
Yeah, I suppose that's a pair and like a backdoor draw. Yeah, so
yeah,
that
I would
always
think so.
raises.
The two
And that
pairs
one.
always raising. So the other thing to think about here is the one good thing about, and I think it's humans using P33, is that it gives them room to tell us when they've got a good hand. Like
Yeah.
Yeah.
people who are limpers are going to play a lot of ways face up. They're going to drop raises in with their sixes. They're going to drop raises in with their with their fours, and they're going to drop raises in with their ace six. They're very top and their ace four. The very top of their range is going to tell us, and then we're going to, at some frequency, be able to get away, even with our pairs of aces. So that would be an argument for using B33. So do you want, Andy, should we just take this through and see what we do with our hand? So let's go back and then take out the B33, which we need to do because otherwise it's not going to use B66.
Yeah.
Okay, now we bet B66. He smooth calls.
Eight of
and
hearts.
8 of hearts. You had the Queen Jack hearts, right?
Queen Jack of hearts. Yep.
Yeah, and you got a barrel on this, right? Yeah, every time.
Yeah, so you were right that we barrel. Now the question is, let's give it a bunch of sizes. It's choosing its optimal size. Like the way this solver works is that it chooses its optimal size and then puts that in. But let's give it some other sizes here and see if it uses them. Like I think some obvious sizes here would be, well, what size did you use on turn?
66 again.
All right, well, let's give it like a B20 for like a very small blocker sizing on this card. And then the 66 that he used. Okay, and then change the 40 to
150.
well, I think at that point we're all in. Just make it all in. Yeah. All right. So it likes your size the best. You got the sizing right.
Yeah.
And then scroll
So it
over to
likes
Queen
his
Jack.
because it doesn't have 40. Yeah. How much more does it like it? Mixing.
Probably they're very close together.
Yeah.
They kind of serve the same purpose. They're pretty close in size.
Yeah. And my Queen Jack suited specifically likes.
Of hearts, yeah. It's every time.
Yes.
So Queen, yeah. So notice we're giving up without the draw here.
Yeah.
Our aces are betting.
But the Queen Jack of hearts specifically likes the B66.
Notice our aces are trapping. Our top set's trapping.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's interesting. Even with the flush draw. Yeah.
Well, because I don't think they're not calling many back doors to the B66 on the flop.
Yeah, they've got a pretty filtered range here. So, all right, so we choose the B66. He calls.
And then what was it?
Does he smooth call?
No,
Yeah.
Can
he
you-
doesn't.
What's your river?
My river was the 5 of spades,
So it puts
but
up
we didn't
some
even really
straights.
look at his response.
Yeah, let's go
Okay.
back and look at hijack. So he's just like, so once you make that big bet, he's like, this fucker's spot committed.
Yeah.
And
So he should be raising all of
it
his
doesn't
two
look like,
pair.
yeah, look, well, let's go to breakdown here.
He's just all in now.
Yeah, I think so. But let's go to breakdown. Let's just make sure. So yeah, see the very top of his range? These are going to be sets, I think. Like these are his two pairs that he's shoving.
Actually,
Like
the very
5,
top, he continues
4.
just calling his sets.
Top
So
two.
he's smooth calling like ace 8. He's
Smooth
smooth
calling
calling
sets, yeah.
sixes. So his sets and some of his two pairs, he is smooth calling.
No,
But then
sets he raises.
his ace 6, he likes to shove. Maybe he's blocking something. Maybe for some reason, I think top 2 is blocking more of your value. Like your, if you have 8x, you might play this way. So it doesn't like blocking that. Doesn't like blocking your calls. So that's why it smooth calls is 8. But then it's ace 6, ace 4, fast plays. And then it's not folding these gutters, but an ace. It is beginning to fold some aces though. Like it's worse aces it's folding. Like it's mixing with ace 9. But it's not folding aces with a gutter. Ace 3 doesn't have a gutter. Mixing folds.
Combo draw.
No more draws in there. It just says, let's go.
Yeah.
Gutter and a flush draw. I guess that's kind of a bluff. That's the bluff to balance out. It's like you can see where its bluffs are on the, like if you look at the city graph on top, see the red down here and then like around 34, 35%. Those are combo draws. Those are going to be
Right.
all combo draws, I think. Ah, no. Well, no, I'm wrong. But just gutters.
Hair and a
Well,
gunner.
combo, they're
gutter.
gutter with a
Okay.
pair.
Makes sense. All right. So then the question becomes, we get this river. Do you give up with the queen jack or do you continue?
I think yes, because you really don't want the queen of hearts, but I might be wrong.
So let's go back to strategy.
Strategy.
So this is interesting. So when this 5 comes,
Wow.
you don't have a betting range after you went
just check everything. Yeah, that's amazing.
D60. What's the
It's such
SPR?
such a bad card for you because it puts up all the straights, right?
Yeah. Will you click on overview real quick? So yeah, so we can see. So the pot, not pot odds. So the pot is what? Hijack.
67 big blinds.
Yeah. So the SPR is 1. And it's just like anything
Give
you
up.
use that size with, in theory, and he calls, you just give up. Now, in protecting your give up range, because you're always going to call ace king when he shoves, or ace queen. But I guess what's happening here, Andy, is that when you use big bet, what he calls to big bet,
He just has
he
such a
is
strong
really
range.
fucking filtered.
Yeah.
So we
But what
can
if that-
confirm this by, we'll leave that for a second. There's one thing I'd like to check.
If it was a king, yeah, you go nuts. Sorry.
Yeah. So one thing we can look at here, which is interesting. Now here, go to ranges again, what we were looking at before, and this probably is flip-flopped. Yeah, it's flip-flopped. When he calls your 2 big bets, you filter the fuck out of his range. And so
Yeah.
now he's got the massive range advantage, right? And even if you look at best hands versus big blind, he now has got the range advantage because his range is filtered as fuck because you just put in two big bets. So that's why essentially we're checking.
Um,
So why don't we do one more thing on this?
okay.
Yeah.
Why don't we? Do you want to give him a block bet? So give big blind a block bet, like with like 10%, and go back. No, go back to our out of position node here on river.
Yeah. I'm just saying, what did he have? Ace four.
He had ace four.
That doesn't get it. Yeah. Okay.
Oh, you're seeing what he calls for the shove.
Yeah. All is two pair. And
Well, you go to filters real quick, and it'll tell you.
where's that?
I'll go down here below. Keep on going down,
Oh yeah.
and he's calling with the straights. He's calling with the sets. He's calling with his two pair. He folds all his aces. And he's got some
And his
weird heroes with underpairs. But
with
mostly he's
eights.
calling. He needs two pair plus to call it to your triple.
Yeah.
But you're folding out any of his aces you're folding out. But it doesn't like to show this because it's never using the size. We'd have to like node lock big blind to have shoves with some portion of his range. But we know that it likes to just check range, yeah. But let's give it on big blind, let's give it a block size, see if it ever uses it like 6 big blinds, 10% of pot. I don't think it's ever going to use it. No, it just wants to check.
So
All
if
right.
you do check and say he shoves,
Yeah.
we
are indifferent with our. I think we're indifferent because he's called.
It's just
two
such a
big
bad
bets.
run out as well. Yeah.
Yeah, he's called two big bets, so it's like, what are we beating here? Like what it
Literally
like?
two
Yeah,
pairs set and straight. Yeah.
we've got to call a little bit, or mostly folding our top pair, top kicker.
Hmm.
And that's again, it's a factor of the fact that it's a factor of that we used these big sizings. Let's do one more exercise on this, and then maybe we'll look at another texture if you have time, Josh. Go back to
Yeah.
the flop and our big blind spot.
Oh, hold on one. Yeah. Hello, I'm coming.
Uh-oh, we lost him.
Yeah, I'm here. What was it?
You got some time?
Yeah.
Go back. Let's see what the optimal sizing is according to Solver. So go back to big blind here. And Andy can, we'll leave the same texture and then go to big blind decision.
I've got to go. I've got to go.
You got to go?
Sorry.
All right.
All right. What can you do? What do you want?
Oh, that's all right. We can do it next week. You got to go. We really appreciate you doing this, Josh. Thanks a lot.
Thanks. Yeah. Okay. I'll speak to you next week. Bye. Cheers.
All right, man. Thank you.
All right.
I thought that was interesting. What did you think, Andy?
I thought it was pretty interesting too.
I find that stuff. What are our takeaways from that? Our takeaways are bet small and frequently. This is the lesson. There's a guy that used to stream cash on Twitch for a long time in the evening, and he was a high stakes cash player, a guy named Jeremiah Williams. He's a really good player.
Mm-hmm.
Used to have a stable. And in those limp ISO pots, he was also just betting range. He would just bet range. He would actually bet range 50%.
And kind of part of my leak as we're kind of talking about this, I was scrolling through and seeing that I've been betting range, but I've been betting range at like B66. So now in those limp ISO pots, I need to start looking at a B33 and see how that changes things.
Yeah, and also I think the B33 does give him license to raise the best part of his range.
Yeah.
And
Because at
because he's
B66, they're just not raising enough in position
yeah,
against against a big bet.
yeah, and I think that's probably true. I think that probably you're gonna give him a little bit of an opportunity to tell you if he's higher in range than you are. So
Yeah.
we saw that, right? And the other thing we saw,
Yep.
which is interesting, is that when we use those two big polar sizings on flop and turn, his range is so filtered that that we could pretty much just give up.
Yeah.
We can check our at the very top of range, we can check call. Because he has told you now by calling a B66, calling a B66, that he is at the very top of range.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, once it's a give up. I mean that definitely it sheds a ton of light being able to look at that and see that once we go B66, B66, we're just checking range on the river. It would be interesting to see to play with across different rivers and see how that changes.
Well, I what I thought would be interesting would be if we could look at different flop textures.
Yeah.
So like there are like I think it's 17 or 25 flop textures. You can look it up. You can Google it. That are
Yeah.
considered like the that represent
Standard.
roughly 15
Everything's
different
going to fall
flop.
into one of those.
Yeah, and what would be interesting is to look at a bunch of those different flop textures and see if
Range
the
bet changes at all.
range bet small continues across all flop textures.
So, well, one thing I will say, when we were drilling peak, remember when we did the peak drills, the exploitative versus limpers?
Yeah, we were always range
We
betting.
we range bet everything every time. We never won. I don't think we ever came across where we weren't range betting. Which I mean, we can peek at right now if you want. I've got peak up.
Sure, that's fine.
All right,
Let's
let me
continue
grab the
with the limp
screen.
ISO.
Um, Andy share, and of course I got to get. There we go.
So we'll go to the trainer and then we're going to do the against the limpers thing, right?
Yep. Oh no, it wasn't trainer. It was drills. That's right.
Rails.
Cash games, exploitatives, crushing small stakes, playing it. Oh wow, this is weird. I'm not used to looking at stuff on my small screen.
So
But
we've
this
got an
is
out of position. Like we've got 100 big, small blind, like small blind versus low jack. That's the most similar to what we were doing.
yeah. Um, so
And
let's
we
look
can
at
look at what
that.
ranges start drill.
Yep.
Can we can't look at their ranges though, can we? We look at our
Yeah, we
range though,
can.
right?
No, we can look at their range.
Hey, look, it's the same hand you had. Whoa. Crazy.
Um,
So this is our ISO range. So this is their
so
limp.
this is their range right now.
All right. So this is what they think. So this is what Peak put in as a limp call range, right?
Yeah, so this is what yeah, so then when we obviously we're gonna ISO here, which I don't
Can
love
you
the
pull that
size.
up again? Because I want to take a screenshot of it. All right.
So this is our range here, what we're gonna call,
all
what
right.
we're gonna, and then what we're gonna raise. This is their range for this is just their limping range.
This is not their limp. Well, this is their limp call range, right?
We haven't seen that because we haven't raised. So let me raise and see how this changes.
Okay. All right. Sure.
So kind of take a mental note of this range, and then we'll see how that changes once I raise.
All right.
They're gonna call. now we can actually go back and look at.
This is them, right?
Okay, so yeah, so they didn't put like limp fold. So everything we saw there is here. So that was their limping range is their limp calling range.
So that's their limp
We're
calling
not going to
range.
be able to study these because obviously they don't have solves for it. So we're just going to be able to look at. But what we see is
Range betting stuff.
we're range betting on this. Um, and actually, and see, and peak, and I think that's why I started using the bigger side. Like the peak likes the larger range bet.
Oh, it does, doesn't it?
Yeah, I guess
Yeah.
we'll have to go maybe run through a few and see if we can run through a few and see if it's always using this size.
All right. So we got about 20 minutes left. Let's do some of that. So we use the B77.
They fold. All right.
All right. This is a pure
Um,
ISO.
Yep, pure ISO. They call.
I would imagine we
Oh,
bet.
oh wow, we found a check.
It wants to
So,
trap check, huh?
well, it's no, it looks like it's checking everything. So yeah, it's checking everything to protect our checking range.
Okay.
All right, so do we want to just go new hand
Sure.
so we can get in as many textures as we can, or do we want to play them?
Yeah. That's good on new hand. Yeah. Probably ISO this.
Yep, that's in our ISO range. Again, so we can to take a look at our ISO range. Yep, we were right at bottom of range, but we are ISOing. Um, and then back to the drill. So again, we have another mono board. So let's look at new hand. Obviously, we're going to ISO. Okay, another ace
And on
high
this
board.
texture, it mixes sizes here.
It mixes. But again, so let's see. So far, mono textures have been a range check, and we know this is an ISO. Another mono texture.
Now it's mixing.
Yeah, that's. I wonder if it has to do with the high card on the board.
Well, I, I think it's always going to use a low size on a monotone board, a small
Yeah.
size on a monotone board.
Yep,
I
and it's
mean,
mixing
this
between
becomes
betting and
essentially
checking.
these boards essentially become a toy game of like who has a flush and who doesn't.
It becomes the ace king queen game.
Yeah, it's a toy game.
Um, which is, I mean, you can dive deep into that game. It's pretty interesting. If you haven't studied the ace king queen game a whole lot, it's pretty interesting stuff to look up. Phil Galfond does a really good breakdown of it. So let's see another. All right.
So Paul says this board is ace king. Other board was ace 6-4.
Okay, so
Yeah,
here, I
I
mean,
think
it's a
ace 6-4 is like dry texture depending on your suits, Paul.
it,
You're going to have a lot of big bets probably on ace 6-4.
yeah.
And
Here
ace
we are
king is
back.
so good for us in a limped pot where we ISO that I think ace king is we're going to bet small and frequent because we just dominate that board, Paul. If you go back and you remember when we were showing the linear equity graph in the AI tool, that would be just extreme. We would be totally dominating the range. So we would have lots of small bets frequent.
Yeah. So here again, it mixes slightly, but it's mostly big bet on this texture. Let me see. Maybe they've updated the where I can do in the trainer. Um, versus limp, hero seat, big blind,
Make him like in
villains,
position.
villain seat will call. Do we want to do hijack or cut off? Doesn't really matter.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, see, we can't in the trainer, we can't do that.
No worries. Why
All
don't
right,
we go
let's
through a
see.
couple more of these in the drill machine?
Nope. Okay. So we got to go through the drills. Is the only way to see this. It'd be cool. Hopefully, maybe one day they will. I mean, we could always message Justin or Jonathan. He's actually responded a couple times when I messaged him with. So is Justin Saliba.
Yeah, I know Justin will get back to you.
Yeah, Justin responds usually pretty quick.
All right, small eye versus limp. Let's continue. This is
So
an
we know
ISO.
this.
This
Here
is a
we
more
go.
interesting board. I think we're still going to range bet, but I think we're going to range bet
I think we
small
are
because it's
too.
paired.
And
Yeah, we
yep, now
range
we
bet
get the
small. I
small
think the
range
paired
bet.
board, in theory, drives sizing down. So we're still gonna range bet. We're just gonna range bet small.
Yeah, middle paired board with middle pair kind of, and then middle card. Let's see what other textures we can get.
I think we're gonna range bet small paired board.
Yep. So we're seeing a theme. All right.
Right. So
Okay, here
I
we
think we're gonna
go.
have. I think it's gonna make some big bets here. Nope.
Mixes between checking and small bet.
Nope. Just small bets.
Oh, this is what we need to look at right here. Yeah, we need to switch to range action, not combo, but I mean we can still see it. So yeah, so this is mostly a check.
Huh.
Um our combo likes to bet this specific,
Yeah,
but
yeah,
it's
yeah.
a
But
range check.
we want range is more interesting.
And I think this is doing this. It's a maybe because well, let's look at his range. I mean, he has a lot of aces. He's a lot of garbage.
Yeah, this whole middle region misses this board.
Yeah, a lot of his range misses this board. Versus, I mean, our range is performing much better on this board than his. I think so much better that we just have to check. It'd be nice to be, hopefully, eventually we can actually study these spots
Yeah. Should
because
we
I
go
don't, we
through
can't.
a couple to the whole hand?
You want us to go through the whole hand?
Yeah, let's do that. And then let's do it like we were before with like the group, and everybody gets a chance.
Okay.
You're the
So we'll
alpha.
go.
You decide who goes.
All right. We'll, oh, here, I think we're going to call. Oh, we actually like the three bet. Wow.
I think calling's better, probably.
Yeah. And since and it is giving us the option of donking here, which we don't do. Do we have any raises here, do we think?
Probably against the sides.
Yeah, against this size with our combo, what size do we like? Like a 26-9?
Yeah, it's easy to get it
I
in.
think I like the 26-9. Oh, it was mostly a call. Kind of back
Call
to
it to
Scotty's old idea. Once we get into that passive line, it likes to stay there.
yeah, I don't know if this. I would check and then call. I think after he calls our check raise.
So do I.
Nope, he
Oh,
just
it
wants
likes
to
to
go for it.
jam. Wow. We got cooked on that. We won, but we got cooked in the ELO. All right, Rob, you're up.
All right.
First question, Rob: do you ISO or call?
I'm gonna
Or
ISO
fold.
at a 5. Uh, ooh.
Remember kind of what we were seeing.
Range
And we
bet.
can always we can play this game in a way like Rob, give me your answer, and then we'll lock it in, but then we'll see what our range likes to do and what
Yeah. Let's check this.
we want to check.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm
And
gonna be real wrong.
um our combo predominantly checks.
Okay.
Our range predominantly checks. So
Okay.
that's I think a function of our range has their range so crushed. So we said check, so we're gonna check. They check back. We get this turn. What do we like to do now, Rob?
2-8.
2-8. Okay, so we're gonna say 2-8. Our range likes to keep checking, but when it does bet, it does go 2-8. And our specific combo. Ooh, we found the bet. I like it. And we get raised.
Oh, that's a big. Oh. Oh man, I'm gonna donk this up, but I'm gonna say fold, and then you can tell me why I'm so stupid.
I think our combo is gonna fold. I think you found it. Our combo is a pure fold, so um our range splits between call and fold, mostly call. But that's because our range has, I mean, a lot of pairs with I bet a lot of our calls. I mean, we have a lot of suited stuff that gets here. That's gonna have a club. You know, we have a lot of king X, but
Well, so if it was a call, you said you're gonna go back and do it against like what you're supposed to do and not what I said, right? So we can see like what you do on the river if we call that.
yeah, combo is a pure fold, so it's gonna get super funky, and it's not gonna have a solution for us if we do
Oh,
anything
okay.
but fold. Because
Okay.
these exploitative drills, they did a good job of building them out, except when we get like a way wrong answer, right?
Okay.
Like I can show you, like if it says call, it just it kind of it's like it doesn't know what to fucking do. So
I
it'll
see.
probably be like 33, 33, 33 here because it just has
Oh,
no idea.
oh no, I meant if we were just playing range. And then it was kind of like split between it was split in range between calls
Yeah, your
and
combo was pure fold.
right, yeah, of course. But well, how is this? Maybe I'm not familiar with how this is set up. Like, if you're just playing range and not your cards, just how I'm kind of taking that is that
This drill,
correct?
we are playing our specific hand. We're just peeking at what our range in general would do as well.
Okay.
So, and again, we actually, if for some reason we do find a call on that flop, we bet, but now we're folding since
Right.
we folded the turn. Um, all right. Paul or Josh, one of you guys want to go?
Yeah, I can go. Paul, it is.
Go ahead, Paul.
I'll go 5 on this one.
All right, we got the correct answer. This is a texture we haven't seen yet, so this will be a good one to look at.
Not a good texture. With the key two overs and a gutter, I'm probably just going to go small.
Okay, you're
I'm
going to go, and
probably
I
wrong.
suspect I suspect that this is going to be a range bet large.
Okay.
I suspect. No, it actually. So it does our range
All
mixes
right.
between checking and betting large. Our combo mixes as well, but likes this sizing
Rather the larger
more.
size. Yeah. Yeah.
So, Larry, what do we think? Do we want to go stay with what we said, or do we want to go
We
just
probably have to
with,
go with the solver, I think, because it'll like before it'll stuff it up, won't it?
yeah, because these aren't typical, like, all right, so we bet large. And
It's thinking. We put it in hell.
yeah,
This is good.
it said it calls.
Okay. Blank.
Now we get a lot of options on bet sizing.
The blank turn. Because we filtered their range with the big bet. Uh, oh, I think we have to check.
Yeah, I
We're gonna
agree.
say
I think it's probably a give up.
our
Not
combo
wrong.
mostly. No, our combo does mostly check.
Check. Yeah.
And our range
Probably with
splits between check, over bet, and pot size bet. So we have nothing less than pot. So
okay.
we
That makes
we
sense.
elect to
Yeah.
check. They bet. I'm guessing. Oh, yep. Go ahead, Paul. This is you.
King Queen, 2 overs. Gut shot. 15. I guess we call
All right.
or raise. Or raise.
We have a little bit of call, mostly fold, and
A little bit
a
of raise. Yeah.
little bit of raise.
Yeah.
So we did say call. So
Yep.
what would we like to do?
I think this is just a check give up here. I can't. Yeah.
All right. Yep. It gives up our entire range
Yeah.
checks
Mm.
that gets here in this line.
And fold.
Yep. And it's interesting to see where our
What do we
calls.
call with
Aces, actually, ace king calls,
okay, so
and our ace
ace
10,
with
all of our, oddly enough, jack 10's a pure, oh, because yeah, okay. And then sevens call. I guess because we
seven.
block
Oh, it's
sevens call, but
blocking
eights fold. That's strange to me.
maybe because of interaction with his range with his eight. He should have eights for bluffs more than sevens.
True. Oh yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, he's gonna have
Maybe.
some
Eights.
some
Oh no.
no, because his bluffs would be like 8,
No, I
9.
know. Yeah. 6, 7. Uh, yeah.
Which in that case, some of his bluffs would be we calling with the
Yeah.
sevens would block the bluffs. I don't that one
Mm.
doesn't make sense to me.
Jack. What are his bluffs? If we look at his, can we look at his range there and see what his
Yeah.
bluffs are?
No, we check. That's what we want to look at. So where do his
Yeah, it's a lot of
bluffs come
eights.
from? Yeah, his king 8. Okay, that's why jack 8. Yeah, so his bluffs are king 8 and jack 8.
Yeah. He does have king 7 as well. So but it's only 4 combos of
Yeah.
that. So there is more combos of eights. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So okay. So he's using more of the eights to bluff with than the sevens.
That makes sense.
Okay.
Yep.
Makes sense. We fold.
He did have the king eight.
Larry,
Yeah, I'll
tough
take the kings.
decision.
Let's I'll take the kings.
Tough decision, Larry.
Yeah. Now I think we
Yes.
get to bet small.
You think we're gonna bet small? Let's see. You are correct with combo and with range, mostly bet small.
Monotone board. Usually you see small bets.
Yeah.
Okay, so he's saying he's got
Ooh.
a flush, but we're not folding. We got outs to a boat. I don't think there's any. In the solver might do some crazy fucking raises here, but I think we just call. We're not folding this, but
No. Yeah. So some of our raises come from
maybe we raise like
weird.
small flushes for protection. But
That it looks like pocket aces. I'm guessing pocket aces with the ace of clubs are the raise.
yeah,
Um, and then pocket eights like to raise because we unblock top pair, top two type hands.
yeah.
Kings and jacks both call. It looks like we get a lot of calls from our king queen off. We get some raises from ace jack off and ace queen off. I'm guessing those are both of those are the ace of clubs. All right, so we call.
And that's no check.
Look at that sweet baby there. We are going to check. We don't even need to look. We know it's going to do that. I guess I could have looked to see if it has it, what donks it has.
So he's still repping the flush. We're gonna call.
Now
Not
let's
folding.
see. Our combo, our range, we have no raises at this point.
Yeah, he's very polarized.
Well, yeah, because he's super polar, and I think just all of our range that gets here just has so much equity at this point against him.
Ooh, 20% to
He's
boat up. We're never folding to this size.
yeah. Let's see what is his range.
All his nut flushes.
Yeah, and then under pairs, probably under pairs
With a
with a
club.
no, even I mean fives are pure almost.
Interesting.
Um, so we're gonna call.
Or pair one time. No, really bad card.
I just want
No,
to peek. What are we doing, Larry?
we're checking.
All right. Yeah, we don't. It gives us the option, but there isn't any on this specific run out. There we have no donks, which doesn't surprise me. I wouldn't ever think we'd have donks here.
And we are pretty fucking indifferent. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4 was straight, and we've got. And he just. I think solver's gonna mix fold call, but I think we just fold against humans.
Yeah,
Okay.
better hands
We
to call
fold a
with there.
set. This is a really bad run
Yeah,
out.
look,
Yeah,
Yeah.
it does not. It likes.
It's done.
Yep.
interesting. It calls with the queens, not like, yeah.
That may be
Yeah,
the
well, the
call with the
queens block.
queens.
Yeah, they don't. I
Look,
don't know what they block. Yeah,
And
it's
I bet you
interesting.
the queens are the queen of clubs that calls, blocking
yeah, that makes
possible
sense.
mate
Yeah,
Yeah,
flush.
once the queen of
yeah, that
clubs,
makes sense.
the
Yeah,
call. Yeah.
definitely be
And
queen of
I'm
clubs.
betting it's same thing with the aces here, that the ace of clubs calls and the combo without like the spade diamond combo folds.
Ace king with the ace of clubs. Yeah, ace queen.
Yeah,
Same.
ace king suited. We can't have. Yep. Again, yeah, probably same thing. All the offsuit combos with the ace of clubs, calls and everything else. And then pocket tens call pure because of the straight, I guess. It's a
Yeah.
pure bluff catcher at that point, but a pure bluff catcher that we'd like to have.
So fold. I think probably folding here. Side fold.
Yeah.
And who fucked it?
Hey,
And he
But he had
flopped the
40% on
nuts.
flop.
Yeah.
We needed the board
Uh,
pair.
All right.
All right.
I am
Should we
going
do
to,
one or two more and call it?
I think, one more round.
Sure.
Do you
sounds
want
good.
me to go or exclude myself?
Oh, you're the one putting the effort. Do it, man. Go for it.
I'm
Thank you
gonna
for doing
raise,
this.
obviously. And we're gonna call. Ooh, we haven't seen this uh two-tone paired ace board. I think it's gonna be a lot of mixing
Small.
between I'm gonna bet small is gonna be my answer, but I think it's gonna mix between bet small and check. And I was wrong.
Just range. We're just so strong here.
Yep, range is just 100% bet small. But I at least chose the right action. I just my thought on mixing was wrong, and they fold. Okay, perfect. All right, Rob, you're up.
All right. It's 5.
And I think this one is actually right like bottom of range. Yeah, we're right near the bottom of our range. I did know that, but see, I knew something for once, and it was right. All right, we got a middling straightening texture with a flush draw, and we have one diamond. What do we think our combo wants to do?
3-3.
3-3 for extra
Yeah.
credit. What do you think our range wants to do?
Check.
Okay, so our combo is mostly check, but when we do bet, it is 3-3, so we will go in that line. And range is mostly check, so you got the extra credit and missed the main assignment.
Right.
I have a feeling we're going to get raised. Nope, he called. Okay. So we went 3-3. He called. Now we have a double flush draw and an overcard peels. What does our combo like to do?
Ooh, we got some more options here now. Let's just go crazy. Let's do 10.6. Let's see what happens if I don't check it.
And
Oh,
it
4-4.
mostly
Wow,
likes
really? I would have not seen 4-4 being the.
mostly likes either pot or tiny.
Yeah, yeah. Okay.
10-6 is in there, so we're gonna run it.
4-4 really. Wow, that caught me off guard. I
That
wouldn't
actually
seen that.
doesn't really surprise me. Solver does weird stuff in these spots. We got a call, and now we have even more completed equity. So, what do we want to do?
Ooh. Um. 38. Let's try 38. See what.
We're thinking 38. And our range wants to, our
It's
combo
nothing.
wants to give up.
Yeah.
And
That
our
was my
range
gut was
mostly
to
wants to
check.
give up.
Yeah, I think the eight of diamonds is probably the worst card to have.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because we block.
We
Eight
block
nine.
We
ourselves.
block.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. 7-8.
No, you're right
Um,
though. We block ourselves.
yeah. And coincidentally, aces and kings like to bet a lot more than pocket queens. And then sevens like to bet more than tens. We don't have sixes or threes because those are not in our ISO range.
Should have gone with my gut
Yep, but we
because it's
bombed it.
obvious.
So let's see if we can bluff them off. It hates that line. Hey, we bluffed them off a better hand. It worked. We're results oriented today. So Paul, you're up to bat.
Ooh, sevens. Yeah, I would raise 5 here. I don't know if the solver goes that low
This
in
is, I think, very
pairs.
bottom of range.
Yeah, okay.
But it is in range.
Yep.
Oh, and we flop these stone cold nuts. And we still
paired,
possibility to lose.
but
But in the
well,
casino, we
bet
want to lose
range.
this hand at this point.
Bet range.
We're gonna
Small,
range bet.
paired board. Paired board. Yeah,
Yeah, it likes.
middle pair.
Good call.
Yeah. Whoosh.
Oh man, I think we only have one choice.
I can only call. Yeah,
We're gonna call.
yeah.
You don't want to fold here?
Well, there's still a chance we can lose. So,
Yeah.
but yeah,
If
straight
if
call.
we're in the
I don't.
casino, we want to lose this one.
So yeah, nothing but call. I think with that combo,
Yeah.
we do have some
So our
raises,
combo,
but yeah,
and we actually mostly call with range as
yeah.
well. So
Ooh.
Love that card.
we might have
Oh,
got there. What are we doing?
nah, he's got the 6. I think that's a good card. So we check to him.
Here's the
There
real
you go.
question.
What's the real question?
How position the smooth call. Do
You broke up really bad, Larry.
sorry. Do we continue to smooth call? Let's check in position, and I don't know.
Do we have
Yeah.
any donks on this?
No, I don't think we have
If we go
dogs.
back, I don't think we did.
No, we had no donks on.
No, fair enough, because he has a lot of flushes. Yeah.
All right.
I think. I mean, I don't know if we check raise our. So what's our SPR?
know.
That's important. So what's he saying? He's saying 2/3. SPR is going. I think that we got some smooth calls here.
Probably.
Yeah,
I think we nailed
because
it.
He's got a lot of flushes here, and a lot of back, like he would have diamonds.
50,
Maybe he's bluffing with.
69. Yeah, so we're going to get to the river with an SPR of less than 1-to-1. So I doubt we have any raises here. I doubt our range has any raises.
No, you just got to keep trapping, I think.
And yeah,
Yeah.
range is 0 raise and combo is 0 raise.
Mm.
Ooh, double paired board.
This sort of makes
So
it
if
bad
And
for him.
I'll let you decide, but I think if we, in solver, when you take the trap line, you stick with the trap line.
yep. Let's see if we have any donks at all, though. No.
No.
So I assume you want to check, Paul?
Yeah, well, it's a check, and if he can let him bluff, I guess, or if he's got the
We hope he has
is there a chance?
well,
Is chance that he's got a 6? There is a chance he's got a 6, I guess.
Yeah,
In his
even
range, and
in game, I
flushes.
don't know. In game, I don't think this is a terrible donk. Like donk small.
Mm.
Because I mean, anybody with like a quarter of a brain is probably checking a flush back at this point.
Yeah.
Anybody with a quarter of a brain is going to check a straight back. Most people are probably going to check a six pack. But I think with a small donk, we may get calls from those in game. Obviously, not in
Yeah.
theory land, in
Not in
game.
serious. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
And
yeah.
I mean, I'm talking like we bet out like 10 big blinds. And we might also get someone to spaz a little.
Yeah. Yeah. But the solver
But
definitely wants to
obviously,
check. So yeah.
yeah, obviously we know in
I
solver land we're
I think
checking.
the same. On this card, I probably donk. I don't know about how I'm at 33%. I'd probably go, but yeah, smaller probably does better.
And
Spaz
then
out.
they rip it.
Oh, there you go.
We're
Bang.
we're just gonna fold here, right? Because they have the straight flush. We see in monsters under the bed.
Yeah. Yeah. Definitely. Straight call. Couldn't get the money in fast enough.
What did he take? He
Yeah.
must.
Oh, he's
Oh,
straight.
that's
Wow.
like what a cooler.
Yeah.
All right, this is you, Larry.
All right. We're gonna ISO tens.
Yes, we are.
We're gonna range
We've
bet
seen this
small.
board. Yep, and let's confirm. What do you know? Pure 100% range bet. He's gonna call double paired board. A king may never fold here.
Nope. We're gonna check.
All right.
Nope.
Oh, we keep betting small.
Interesting.
Yep.
Our hand has showdown too. Okay. I guess we check. Our best bet. Whatever. Bet small.
Oh, I already clicked check. I'm sorry. So
It's
now
all
it's
right.
gonna be
He check. I think we check and hope he goes check.
we will.
And we beat threes.
All right. Um, I will. I got the ex-wife is blowing the phone up.
All right.
She
That was
just
a great
called.
session. I hope you guys enjoyed it.
Yeah.
Andy, thank you
Thanks.
very
Thanks,
much.
guys. That was very good.
Yeah, no worries. And Andy, thank you. Thank you for doing it at the end. So
Yeah,
we'll
thanks so
talk
much.
to you on Monday. Hopefully we can get Josh to do some more custom solves. Those are awesome.
Yeah, that was pretty cool. I think we're kind of starting to dial it in a little bit